Ain't you going over to the flying field?
Yes, Granny, but I can't leave until I have someone to take care of the baby.
Oh, Ellie will do it. Ellie Mae! This is a big day for your husband. Getting a new crop dusting plane.
Yes, I know. We're both so grateful to Mr. Clampett for putting up the money.
Well, now, don't you forget, Howard Hughes is furnishing the landing pasture.
He likes it called Hughes Airport now. Anyhow, Steve and I are grateful to both men. Maybe now Kathy Jo can go to college.
At her age. My, what a smart young one.
What you want, Granny?
Betty and me is going over to Hughes pasture.
Airport.
Yeah. Will you take care of this little darling whilst we're going?
I sure will.
The baby, Ellie, the baby. Oh. She is critter happy. She don't know a puppy from a baby.
Oh, they're both cute. I'll get my jacket.
Now, you take good care of her. It's dandy training for you, and... Who's that coming down the stairs?
That's Jethro.
How do you like my outfit? Had to go clean to Riverdale to get it.
What's it for?
Huh?
What's it for?
For flying. I'm a pilot now, and quick as we get to the airport, I'll take you for a spin.
Jethro, you ain't had your first flying lesson yet.
Yeah, I'll have that, and then I'll take you for a spin. Well, come on. Sam Drucker's waiting to take my picture for his newspaper.
Your picture. If he takes anybody's, it'll be Granny's. Her and Sam Drucker's sweetheart.
Oh, don't say it, Ellie.
Well, it's the truth, ain't it?
Yeah, but don't say it. It might get back to Mr. Hughes, and I think he's got eyes for me, too.
What were you saying about Mr. Hughes, Granny?
Well, I was saying that Sam Drucker and Howard Hughes is both sweet on me, and I don't know which one to favor.
Mr. Hughes is married.
I think I'm going to favor Sam.
All right, fellas, now let's get a shot of the three of you in front of the shack. Now, for the front page, Jed, you and Howard be shaking hands.
Sam, ain't you making an awful big thing out of this?
Well, it is a big thing, Jed. Oil millionaire and land baron get together to start an airline?
Well, we just buying Steve a new crop dusting plane.
And giving him a new hangar.
Hey, no kidding, Mr. Hughes? A new hangar?
Well, what it is just an old hay barn, but when you keep a plane in it, that makes it a hangar.
Fellas, settle that later. I'm holding the presses. Now, shake hands and look important.
I still say you're trying to make too much out of it.
Jed, if it wasn't a big, important deal, would that Beverly Hills banker be flying out here to handle it?
He did seem kind of excited when he heard that Mr. Hughes was in on it. All right, Howard. Let's shake hands and try to look important.
It's the financial coup of the century. Howard Hughes and Jed Clampett. I'll get a profile shot. And I'm handling the whole deal. Okay, that's enough pictures. Send those to the Banker's Journal. They can select one for the front page. Let them know I'll be available for personal interviews as soon as I return from Hooterville.
Right, Chief.
I'll go in and change to my meeting Howard Hughes outfit.
You have a special outfit just to meet Mr. Hughes?
Well, of course, this is much too formal. Oh, meantime, you rehearse the girls' trio in that song I wrote.
Oh, Chief, please, drop the idea of taking the girls' trio. I beg you.
Rehearse them.
That's the outfit you're going to wear to meet Howard Hughes?
Well, he's a casual, informal man. He's going to meet a casual, informal banker. Now let's hear the girls' trio.
Oh, Chief, please, not that corny song.
What do you mean corny? It's beautiful. I wrote it. Now let's hear the trio.
Girls.
Howard Hughes, we love you. Did we do, oh Howard Hughes? You are our special favorite billionaire.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Just great. Now, girls, finish with the turn like you will for Mr. Hughes.
How crudely commercial. The Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills.
BH stands for Beautiful Howard.
Well, isn't Mr. Clampett going to feel rather left out?
Not at all. I haven't forgotten anyone.
fellas? Reckon the three of us can push it?
Sure, it ain't fair.
Hey, fellas, am I in time?
Just in time, Jethro. Grab a hold and commence pushing.
I mean in time for a picture.
I'll ask. Hey, Sam, you want a picture of Jethro pushing?
No, thanks.
Come on, boy.
Hey, Uncle Jed. How's an aviator? Aviators don't push planes. We aviate them. How soon do I get my first lesson, Steve?
Just as soon as we get this old crate pushed into the hay barn and hangar, and I get the engine back together.
Okay.
Just push it, Jethro. Don't carry it.
Hey, Steve, I see Betty Joe coming. Is it all right with you if I take a couple of cheesecake shots?
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, that leg art really sells papers, especially in big cities like Pixley and Blue Spring.
Yeah, well, it's fine with me, sir.
I think we're too late, Granny.
Oh, no, you're not. You're just in time for a cheesecake picture.
What's that?
Well, that, Granny, is newspaper talk for having a pretty girl sit on this bench, cross her knees, and show her beautiful legs.
Sam, you old rascal. I wouldn't do this for nobody but you.
All right, Mr. Parker. Now, I want you to take the truckload of gifts and flowers and champagne and all that stuff directly to the Shady Rest Hotel. We'll ride up there on the train. Girls, let's go into Mr. Drucker's start. Where's Miss Hathaway?
Well, she's still in the car.
Miss Hathaway, come out of there.
Must I?
You must.
You're ridiculous.
Don't be silly. A casual banker has a casual secretary.
But I look so completely unfeminine.
No, you look fine, just as feminine as can be. Come on. Hello, Mr. Drucker. Milburn Drysdale.
Oh, Mr. Drysdale, how are you?
Fine.
I don't believe I've met this gentleman.
I am Miss Jane Hathaway.
Oh, Miss Hathaway, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. You look so,
Feminine?
no. Oh, yeah, that's it.
And these lovely young ladies are the Commerce Bank's singing secretaries.
Well, this is a real pleasure.
You haven't heard their song.
Oh, say, Mr. Drysdale, you'd be interested in this. I just took it off the press. It's a proof sheet of the extra I'm getting out. See, there's Jed Clampett and Howard Hughes shaking hands on their merger.
Girls, feast your eyes on two of the most beautiful men in the world. Are those two beautiful men?
Well, Jed ain't so bad looking, but I sure wouldn't call Howard a beautiful man.
Believe me, he's beautiful. Who took this picture?
I did.
Well, that is a signal honor. Mr. Hughes hardly ever allows his picture to be taken.
Can you blame him?
Mr. Drucker, please show some respect. Mr. Hughes is a very important man.
Oh, I know that. Say, he and Jed sure did hit it off. Why, them two just met, and already they're closer than two hogs in a mud waller.
Mr. Drucker, please do not refer to these two men as hogs. They're lions, tigers, monarchs of the financial jungle.
Okay, I guess I'm just a simple country boy.
Girls, there's the train to the Shady Rest Hotel. Oh, Mr. Drucker, when we get settled in, I'd like to go over and see the Hughes Airport. I'll bet it's beautiful.
Well, if you think Howard's beautiful, you'll likely think his airport is, too. See y'all later.
Holy smoke! What in the world?
Oh, hi there, Betty Joe. I'm just fixing to feed the baby.
Ellie, what is all this? Where did it come from?
Oh, from Mr. Drysdale. A great big truck pulled up and unloaded just a few minutes ago.
I've never seen so many beautiful flowers.
Shucks, that's nothing. Wait till you see the mink coats he sent for you and the baby.
Mink coats?
Right yonder.
Oh. Who did you say sent these?
Paul's banker, Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, what's the matter, darling?
She's hungry. I'll feed her.
That's the bottle. Who's helping you?
Him. Come on, boy. Give the baby her bottle.
Ellie Mae, that's not very sanitary.
Well, he's been toting it around for an hour and it ain't hurt him.
I'll feed the baby.
Can I help?
Yeah. You can feed the dog.
Come on, boy.
Well, doggy, look at all this stuff.
Jed, when Sam Drucker caught you, he don't fool around.
Sam sent all this?
Who else? Howard Hughes is married. Oh, look, Jed. A hair coat.
Here's another one. It looks like someone put this through the wash and shrunk it.
That's a man for you.
Land sakes, what's all this?
It's a token of Sam Drucker's love and affection.
Sam splurged for all this?
He's crazy, head over heels mad for me, Howie. Plumb out of his mind.
That's the truth.
I bet you're sorry you got a wife.
That's the truth, too.
Sure would like to meet your wife, Howie.
No, you wouldn't, Jed. That is the nagginest woman that ever lived. She's the reason I got so much land.
What you mean?
So as I can hide from her.
Well, howdy there, everybody. Ellie Mae, where's the baby? In the kitchen with Betty Joe. Oh, Mr. Hughes, your wife was here looking for you.
See what I mean, Jed?
Well, she says the beavers has dammed up the creek again, and it's commencing to flood the South 40.
I'll go with you and help sluice it, Howie.
Can I go too, Pa?
How about it, Howie?
Well, as long as my wife don't see her, that woman is so jealous, it is simple.
I'll put on my blue jeans and the old hat.
Okay, we can use the help.
Don't be scared, Jethro. I ain't scared, Stevie boy. Open her up. Give her the gun. Hang on now, I'm going to full throttle. I'm ready, Steve. Let her shoot.
No use, Jethro. I can't get her out of the hangar. Hey! Pretty impressive display, huh?
Yes. Come on over there. Chief, you must have spent a fortune.
Not spent, invested. Have you any idea what the Hughes, Clampett, Elliott Airlines could mushroom into?
Is that what you're going to call it?
Well, maybe it should be Clampett, Hughes, Elliott.
That is a problem. Whose name to put first?
I've got it. We'll call it Drysdale Airlines.
Well, look who's here. Howdy, girl.
Hi, Granny.
Mr. Drysdale and Miss Jane.
Hello, Granny.
Why, you look like you're all dressed to go crawdad hunting.
Oh, Chief, may I please go and change my clothes?
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
May we go along and freshen up, too?
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Sure brought along a slew of secretaries.
Well, there'll be lots of paperwork. By the way, where's Mr. Clampett, Mr. Hughes, and Mr. Elliott?
Well, Steve is giving Jethro a flying lesson. And Jed and Howard is over to Mr. Hughes's dam.
He has his own dam as well as his own airport?
That goomer has got everything.
Well, howdy, Mr. Drysdale.
Mr. Clampett, I'm so glad to see you. Oh, and this gentleman can only be the legendary, the immortal, the famous Howard Hughes.
Right now, I'm the muddy Howard Hughes.
We're working on Howard's dam.
Beautiful, beautiful men. That's what you are. Kings of all you survey. But you haven't lost the common touch.
You're just kind of unusual, Mr. Drysdale.
Well, I want to show you that I, too, have the common touch.
I'd like to wash some of mine off.
Too.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, if you don't mind, I would like to speak to Mr. Hughes for a moment. I've looked forward to this for such a long time.
Sorry with me, it was all right with Howard.
Mr. Hughes, I can't tell you what a thrill this is, meeting a man like you.
No fooling. Sorry I'm such a mess. Oh, my sneakers is getting real all muddy.
Oh, I'll clean them for you.
Don't wipe them on yourself.
It's an honor to wear your mud.
You ain't the most accommodating banker I ever met.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. Oh, here, let me pour you some champagne.
Now, if she gets the croup, you take some possum grease and mix it with cocoon root and rub it on her chest. And for the colic, you boil some Jimson weed and add some...
Oh, come in, Mrs. Hughes.
Where's that no-good husband of mine?
I still haven't seen him. Oh, Granny, this is Mrs. Howard Hughes.
Howdy.
Hiya. Are you sure you haven't seen my Howie?
Not since this morning.
That scoundrel's up to no good. He's never stayed away from home this long before.
Maybe he'll be along pretty soon. Why don't you sit down and have a cup of coffee and something to eat?
Yeah, I'll fix you something.
Who can think about food when my husband's out chasing around? What have you got?
Well, we've got turkey and ham.
Maybe I'll have a little bite just to keep up my strength.
There you are. Be comfortable. And now a little more champagne. Oh, Miss Hathaway, girls, come meet the fabulous Howard Hughes. No. Don't get up. They're just secretaries. And they have a surprise for you. All right, girls, do the song for Mr. Hughes.
Howard Hughes, we love you. Did we do, oh, Howard Hughes?
Extra. Get your Hooterville World Guardian. Hot off the press. Extra.
Okay. My singing secretaries are about to serenade Mr. Hughes. All right, girls, start again.
Howard Hughes, we love you. Did we do, oh, Howard Hughes? You are our special favorite.
Hey, everybody. I just had my first flying lesson. I'm what you call an ace.
Jethro.
Yeah, Steve said tomorrow he's actually going up in the air.
What?
Hey, girls. How would you like me to take you for a moonlight plane ride tonight?
Jethro, go wait in the kitchen.
And leave these pretty girls.
There's food in the kitchen.
See you later, girls.
All right, once again, but let's be a bit more friendly this time. Mr. Hughes is an informal man. All right, get right over here. Sit on this side, back, over that side here. There, that's better. Are you comfortable, Mr. Hughes?
I ain't complaining.
Miss Hathaway.
Howard Hughes, we love you. Did we do, oh, Howard Hughes? You are our special favorite.
What's going on in here?
Who's that old bat?
That old bat is Howard's wife.
Mrs. Hughes, this is a rare treat. Your husband has told me so much about you.
I'll get him for that.
Now, permit me to introduce myself. I'm Milburn Drysdale, the Beverly Hills banker. Now, I'm going to handle all...
You don't look like no Beverly Hills banker to me.
Well, I'm casually dressed because your husband is a casual dresser.
My husband is a slob.
Steve, is your plane running?
Yeah, I just got it fixed.
Let's go.
Where to?
Let's try for South America.
Come back here, you worm!
Steve, go after her. Stop her.
Are you kidding? The Green Bay Packers couldn't stop her.
This won't change our plans for the new airline, will it?
Well, it's just one little detail. We'll have to call it Hughes Memorial Airport.
Memorial? Why?
She just caught him.
Now will you look at my extra?
Oh, yes, Sam. What's this? Hey, that's great.
Great. He misspelled Hughes.
I did not.
Howard Hughes, the billionaire, does not spell his name H-E-W-E-S.
Well, maybe not, but Howard Hughes, a farmer, does.
Sam, take my picture.
Chief, what are you doing?
And Miss Hathaway, send them to the insurance company. Maybe I can recoup some of my losses.
You want me to shoot you like that?
That's an even better idea. Steve, get him a gun.
Weeknights on Hallmark. Watch great stories.
I'm an angel.
And witness the miracles. Touched by an Angel. Weeknights at 8 on the Hallmark Channel. Next Rough and Ready weekend, we're dropping names like they're dropping the hammer. Duvall, Jones, Garner, Basic, Glover, Schroeder, Arquette, Buscemi. The Rough and Ready weekend. All next weekend. Only on Hallmark Channel.
That makes papers. I'll come back now. Cheers.
Well, Miss Jane, Mr. Drysdale, come in, come in.
Thank you.
How are you, Miss Clampett? Fine and dandy. Say, you folks are all gussied up. You going to a wedding?
We're here to greet the mayor of Silver Dollar City. Doesn't he arrive this morning?
Yeah, the family's fetching him from the airport now. What's this?
This is the key to the city of Beverly Hills.
Must have a mighty big lock on this town.
It's only a symbolic key which the chief here will present to Mayor Heller.
Oh, yes, and I have a little speech to read.
I think you're making too much of this. You're going to get Shad all flustered.
Shad?
Shad Heller. He's the mayor. He's also the blacksmith. He's the only blacksmith in the hills ever to shoe a full-grown elephant.
You're joking.
He shoot an elephant?
Yep. This elephant got loose from a circus and wandered into Shad's cabbage patch, and Shad shoot him away.
That kind of shoe.
Makes a good story the way Shad tells it. He leaves out that part about the cabbage patch. I come to the airport with the family, but Granny don't like to leave the house unguarded these days.
She was telling me you folks have been having some robberies.
Oh, it's terrible, Shad. Something gets took every night.
Mayor Heller, on behalf of the city of Beverly Hills and the Commerce Bank, located on the corner of Wilshire Boulevard and... What was that about being robbed?
Shad, shake hands with our next-door neighbor and banker, Milburn Drysdale.
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Drysdale.
Same here. What's that about being robbed?
And this here is his secretary, Miss Jane Hathaway.
Mayor Heller, Mr. Drysdale would like to present to you the key to the city of Beverly Hills.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Don't I remember you from Silver Dollar City?
What about the robberies?
Say, that's right, Shad. Miss Jane and me, what you working at your forge?
It was thrilling. The way you shaped that red-hot steel on your anvil with those large, sinewy hands and mighty arms.
What did they get?
Last night, they got a jar of my pickled owl gizzards.
Owl gizzards?
And the night before that, they made off with some hickory smoked possum shanks and a jar of my minced pawpaws.
You're all set, Mr. Heller.
Thank you. Hey, Granny, can we have something to eat now?
If the thieves ain't took it all, come on, young'uns, we'll go take a look.
Well, Mr. Drysdale, why don't you and Miss Jane stay and take victuals with us? Granny's got some goat cheese that nobody stole.
Goat cheese?
Yeah, it's been the root cellar for 8 years. If it's gone, it's got up and walked away by itself.
No, we have to get back to the bank, so we'll have to pass up on the goat cheese. Do you want me to send the police over?
No, I don't believe they'll eat it neither.
I mean to investigate the robberies.
Oh, we'll catch the rascals. Might even be some of Ellie's critters.
Well, enjoy your stay, Mayor Heller. We'll see you later.
Oh, yes, and come over and visit our bank. And bring your money.
Say, Shad, how's old Shorty?
Shorty Kellums?
Yeah, did he settle down once he got back home?
He never got home. I thought he was still out here.
Ah, he left here a month ago.
Well, he ain't showed up back in the hills.
Oh, I must have scared him worse than I thought.
Scared him?
Yeah. Well, you see, Shad, Shorty just went hog wild once he got out here in Hollywood. Took to staying up all night, chasing girls. He come dragging in 7 o'clock one morning with a girl twice his size.
That's enough. No, don't do it.
Oh, Shorty, please let me be your first date tonight.
Well, let's see. I can give you 6:30 to 8:30.
But that's so short.
So am I. You looking for quality or quantity?
That Shorty, he always was a bear for women.
I was afraid he was going to blow his life savings. So I advised him to marry a hill girl and settle down on his papa's farm.
How'd he take that?
He wrote a proposal and slipped it under Ellie Mae's door. That's when I scared him.
That's your evening, Jethro. I'm marrying into your family.
Is that true, Uncle Jed?
Sure is. Shorty put it on paper and slipped it under his lady love's door. Congratulations, Shorty. Granny's gonna make you a dandy wife.
Yeah. did he say, Granny?
That's what he said.
Oh, Lordy. I slipped it under the wrong did-it-go. I blew it.
Poor little Shorty. I knew he'd try to sneak away, so I give him a little extra scare to make sure he left. Where you going, Shorty?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I see you're about to leave. You wasn't fixing to run out on Granny, was you?
No.
Oh, I bet I know. You're going back to the hills to fix up that old farmhouse for a honeymoon cottage, and then you're going to send for your bride.
You took two words right out of my mouth.
Speed he was traveling when he left here, I figured he'd get home the same day.
We ain't seen hide nor hair of him.
The root cellar thief has struck again.
Sure enough.
He has wiped us out, the little snatching varmint.
Jed, let you and me track down the rascal. We can find him.
This time he even took the goat cheese.
We best arm ourselves, Shad. We're looking for a desperate man.
Don't shoot, I ain't armed.
Neither are we.
We kind of figured it was you, Shorty.
Shad Helen, what are you doing here?
I ain't stealing food.
I can explain this.
Well, sit down and do that, Shorty.
Jed, you remember that proposal note I put under Granny's door? Well, I meant to put it under Ellie's door. And I thought of marrying Granny scared me so bad I took off like a scalded dog.
Yeah, I remember that.
About a mile out of town, I got to thinking. What if Granny flies home and is waiting for me? So I was scared to go and scared to stay. So that night I snuck back and hid in the root cellar. Been there ever since.
I got good news for you, Shorty. Granny never seen that proposal you wrote.
You mean that?
I told you she had, just to scare some sense into you, so you'd go back home and behave yourself.
Jed was saying you was running wild out here, Shorty, chasing these Hollywood women.
It's true, Mayor. But I had 4 long weeks in that root cellar to meditate and reflect on my sins. I done a lot of praying, a lot of repenting.
You done considerable eating, too.
All that praying and repenting gives a feller appetite.
As long as you was filled with the Spirit.
Oh, I was. Granny left a couple of jugs in there. Sneak a snort, snack, snooze, and go to repenting again.
I thought I heard voices down. Shorty, Callums, what are you doing back here, you little warthog?
Granny, don't go to bad-mouthing Shorty. Thanks to him, you ain't going to have no more trouble with your root cellar robber.
Shorty caught him?
Scared him awful bad.
That's the truth.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're chasing robbers instead of women for a change.
Shorty's mended his ways, Granny.
Yeah, he's repented. Give up sinning.
Got the spirit, huh?
Who told you? That spirit, yeah. Hallelujah.
Well, now that Shorty has cleared up the mystery, let's all get some sleep. Tomorrow's another day.
Would it be all right if I ate these sausages before I turn in? I'm awful hungry.
Sure, go ahead. One good turn deserves another.
Thank you. And I'll see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Good night, Granny.
Good night. What do you think we ought to do about Shorty?
Well, I've been whittling on that, Shad, and I think I got the answer.
What is it?
We know that Shorty has spent the best years of his life running the Silver Dollar City Hotel.
30 years or better.
We got to talk him into buying that hotel back from Mary Hersham.
Too late for that. Mary sold out to old Verna Bradshaw.
Verna Bradshaw bought the Silver Dollar City Hotel?
There's talk she might change the name to the Bradshaw Astoria.
Whatever you do, Shad, don't mention that to Granny. That would set her off.
I recollect that Granny and Alverna had a few run-ins back home.
They had one in the lobby of the hotel that was a dandy.
Oh, you little prune face.
Who's calling me a prune face? Why, you got so many wrinkles, your face could hold a 5-day rain.
Lady, listen. I think the fair's about to begin, and y'all don't want to miss the opening square dance.
That's true. I think I'll stroll over to the pavilion.
Too bad Ellie took the broom. You could ride.
Well, whatever else you say about Alberta, she's a worker. She fixed up that hotel to where you wouldn't know it. Won first prize in the beauty contest.
Beauty contest?
We had a campaign to spruce up Silver Dollar City with a prize to the merchant that added the most beauty to the town.
And Alberta won?
Yeah, she painted, redecorated the whole hotel. Molly and me won second.
How in the world would you beautify a blacksmith shop?
I left town.
You suppose we can get Alberta to sell the hotel back to Shorty?
Not a chance. She's doing great. She's pulling traveling salesmen there clean from Branson and Bug Tussle.
Well, they say everything has got its price.
Jed, the only way Shorty can get that hotel back is to marry Alverna.
Mighty high price.
Stop and think a minute. Alverna'd make Shorty just the kind of wife he needs, especially if they run the hotel together.
Just one hitch. Shorty likes these flashy Hollywood girls.
Yeah, and that ain't Alverna.
What if we was to make Shorty think that Alberta had flashed up a mite since he seen her last?
Hey, what are you fellas doing?
Morning, Shorty. How'd you sleep?
Like a log.
Shorty, I was just telling Jed about Alverna Bradshaw buying your hotel.
Alverna bought it?
Fixed it up so pretty you wouldn't know it.
I'd like to see that.
And Alberta won the Silver Dollar City Beauty Contest.
Just a minute.
What's the matter, Shorty?
Something in my ear. Sounded like you said Alverna won the beauty contest.
She did.
She must have been the only one in it.
No, Shorty. Every woman in Silver Dollar City was trying for first prize.
And Alverna won it?
Hands down, going away.
Don't surprise me none. I always thought Alberta had a lot to offer. I've often dreamed of being left alone on a desert island with Alberta.
I've had that same dream.
I must not remember Alverna as good as I thought.
Breakfast is ready, boys. Come and get it.
Jed, did you sure enough dream of being alone on an island with Alverna?
Worst nightmare I ever had.
Well, I just got done talking to Alverna Bradshaw at the Silver Dollar City Hotel.
Alberta Bradshaw.
Hey, you play Ellie for second place. So you called Alberta, huh?
Yep. I told her I heard about her fixing up the hotel and asked her if she'd sell it to me.
What did she say?
She said no, she wouldn't. Said business was good, the hotel was full of traveling salesmen. Then I asked her if it was true she won a beauty contest. She said it was.
You see?
Then I offered her a $200 profit, and she still said no. So we got to dickering back and forth and back, and finally she said to me, Shorty Kellum, she says, the only way you'll ever get your hands on this hotel again is if you marry me.
What did you say, Shorty?
Jed, I thought it over for a minute. Then I hit her with them 3 little words. Kissed my foot. Well, let's play checkers.
Ellie Mae, did I ever tell you what a striking resemblance you bear to Alverna Bradshaw?
No, sir, may I, Heller?
Well, it just come to me as I was sitting here looking at those beautiful blue eyes and perfect complexion.
Thank you.
Jed, did you ever notice how much Ellie favors Alverna?
Well, now that you mention it, they is look-alikes. Built alikes, too.
Who's that, Jed?
Ellie Mae and Alverna.
I won the first game, Paul. Y'all want some lemonade?
That's a great idea, darling.
Did you say Ellie Mae and Alverna was built alikes?
Could be twin sisters. Of course, Ellie's too young. But Alverna's that time to ripen to perfection.
Quick as we finish this tournament, I think I'll call her again.
Here you are, Mr. Kellum.
Thank you, Alverna. Hi, Ellie Mae. No, Jed. I think I better make that call right now.
What about the tournament?
I forfeit. You can play the ape.
Good news. Shorty Kellums is going back to Silver Dollar City.
Good news and good riddance. He's nothing but a girl-chasing, jug-swigging little devil.
How come he's leaving? He's going home to marry Elverina Bradshaw.
Oh, this poor, sweet, innocent little angel.
Hey, don't rock the boat. Jethro, you go down back of the cement pond and take the brush off Shorty's car.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Then put Shorty in it and push it off the cliff.
And
Jed, it's a heap more merciful than a lingering death married to that vampire bat.
hush that kind of talk.
Jed, she's a wicked woman. When she was 1 year old, she bit her own brother.
Lots of young'uns do that.
Not in an egg.
Granny? Did Jed tell you I'm marrying Elverina Bradshaw?
He did.
Ain't you gonna say nothing?
Yeah. I hope you ain't a bleeder.
She said she hopes you can feed her.
That's no problem. As long as it's fish in the lake, I'll catch 'em, she'll cook 'em.
Well, come on, Shad and me will help you pack.
Oh, no hurry. Elverina won't be here for a couple hours.
Elverina's coming here?
Yeah, she's flying out right now. And then we's driving to Las Vegas where you can get married like that.
What's the big hurry?
Granny, I'm marrying a beauty queen.
I thought you was marrying Elverina.
Yeah, didn't you tell Granny about Elverina winning the beauty contest?
I was just going to do that. Now, why don't you run down back of the cement pond and help Jethro to take the brush off your car?
Elverina won hands down. Going away.
Did he say hands down going away?
Yep.
I guess she could win in that position. Always has been her best side.
Well, here we are, Elverina.
Well, I thought I heard the honeymooners. Howdy, Elverina. Welcome, welcome.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, Mr. Clampett, Mayor Heller.
I declare, Elverina, you get younger and prettier every time I see you.
Oh, what a beautiful bride you're gonna make. That Shorty's a lucky man.
And smart, too. Rushing her off to Las Vegas before these Hollywood playboys get a sight of her.
That's what I'm doing, quick as to clean my spark plugs. Sitting on the brush for a month got old Lizzie to missing.
Oh, Shorty, can't that wait?
Elverina, I don't want nothing to stop us from getting to Las Vegas and tying that knot. I'm just crazy mad for you, honey.
Shorty, you mad, impetuous boy. Shame on you.
Can't blame her, Elverina.
You drive any man wild.
Well, while Shorty's fixing the car, why don't you come inside and say howdy to the family?
Now remember, Jed, she's mine, and don't you try to steal her from me.
I promise.
You too, Shad.
Word of honor.
I'm gonna marry a beauty queen, prettiest gal I ever seen. She's my love, and ain't that keen? Elverina is my darling.
Shorty Kellums.
Well, Gloria, what are you doing here?
Miss Hathaway sent me over with some papers for Mr. Clampett. Where have you been?
I went underground for a spell.
Well, I missed you, you cute little rascal. When are we going to have another date?
Well, Gloria, I've got something to tell you.
Howdy there, Miss Gloria.
Hi, Ellie Mae. Would you do me a favor and give these papers to your father?
I sure will. You stay here now.
Where was we, Gloria?
You said you had something to tell me.
Oh, yeah. Real important, too.
Well, let's hear it, doll. Tell Gloria.
It's funny. It slipped my mind.
Well, I've got Miss Hathaway's car. Maybe if we go for a drive, you'll think of it.
Good idea.
Goodness, I didn't mean to visit such a long time.
Where's Shorty?
He's probably under the car fixing something.
Poor little darling. He's worked himself into a state of exhaustion. He's asleep in the back seat. I'll drive and let him rest.
I'll crank her up for you, Alberta.
Now, you and Shorty have fun in Las Vegas.
Oh, we will, we will. I know when we get there, I'm going to go absolutely ape.
A Hallmark Channel original movie. Melissa Gilbert, Lindsay Wagner, Thicker Than Water. Premieres next Saturday at 9 on the Hallmark Channel. On the next Hallmark Channel mystery movie, when a death in prison and a corpse in the woods uncover organized crime, Leah Thompson is about to become crime's #1 mother.
What are you looking at?
An all-new Jane Doe, Till Death Do Us Part premieres Friday night at 9 on Hallmark Channel.
Welcome back now. Cheers.
This has been a Film Waste presentation.
Well, Granny, Shorty and Alberta on the way to Las Vegas.
With Alverna driving and Shorty asleep in the back seat.
If that flivver holds up, they ought to be husband and wife by nightfall.
As a general rule, men is terrible matchmakers. But it looks like you two has done it.
How about us having a glass of your cider to toast a happy couple?
Good idea.
Alberta, what are you doing back here?
Where's Shorty?
That's what I'd like to know.
Ain't he asleep in the back seat?
Wait till you see what's asleep in the back seat. Wake up, you hairy little critter.
Sounds like Shorty to me. Man, sakes. I've heard of a frog being turned into a prince, but somebody's turned Shorty into a ape. Did you kiss him, Melbourne?
Of course not. When I got to the gate, I looked in the back seat, and there he was.
Has anybody seen Cousin Bessie?
Right here in Shorty's car.
Well, what happened to Shorty?
I know what's going to happen to him when I get my hands on him.
Now, Alberta, calm down. He'll show up.
Yeah, come on in the house and have a glass of cider.
Oh, I know what happened to Shorty. He left with that big, tall girl that works down Mr. Drysdale's bank.
You left with her?
Yes, sir. They drove off together in Miss Jane's car. And yonder they come back.
You take your ape and skedaddle in the house. I'll deal with Shorty.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the buggy ride, baby.
Well, you said you had something important to tell me, but you never did.
Slipped my mind, honey. You must have hugged it right out of me.
Can't you remember what it was about?
I think I was supposed to go to somebody's wedding in Las Vegas.
How about dinner at my place tonight?
Sounds great.
I've got some groovy new records.
Good, we can dance.
Oh, I love to dance with you, Shorty. You're so cuddly.
You too, Gloria. And there's so much of you to cuddle.
Oh, I'd better be getting back to the bank. Mr. Drysdale will have my neck.
Okay, but save the rest for me.
See you later. I'm sorry you missed the wedding in Las Vegas.
And you see one, you've seen them all.
Who was that, Shorty?
Who's what, Jed?
That girl.
Oh, that was my sister.
Shorty, I know your family, and you ain't got no sister.
Do you know my cousins?
Not all of them.
That's one of the ones you don't know.
What about Alberta Bradshaw?
Who?
The woman you asked to come out here and get married.
That must be the wedding I missed.
You ain't missed it yet. She's in there waiting for you. She's got plenty of witnesses that heard you say the two of you ought to get married.
Still say we ought to get married, but maybe not to one another.
Shorty Kellums, where did you come from?
Well, Verna, if you don't know that, you ain't ready to get married.
You know what I mean. What happened to you?
Well, something big come along, Elbert.
Yeah, and I had to grab it.
An opportunity?
You couldn't say that.
Does it look promising?
Yeah.
No. Well, what we mean is, yeah, it looks promising, and no, it ain't going to work out.
It ain't yet?
Not a chance. Now, there ain't nothing standing in the way of you and Elverna driving to Las Vegas and getting married.
Oh, wonderful.
A lot of happiness to you both, and call us after the honeymoon.
We will.
Bye.
Bye. Come along, darling.
Wait a minute, Elverna. I ain't ready yet.
What do you mean?
There's several things that need washing first.
I'll do them for you.
Well, you can't. There's my unmentionables.
Don't be silly. We're getting married, aren't we? Aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Quick as I has my bachelor party.
Bachelor party?
Well, yeah, darling. Every feller's entitled to a bachelor party before he gets married.
And somebody's giving you one?
Oh, yeah. Plans is all made.
How come you didn't mention it before?
I didn't think of it. Remembered.
When's it gonna be?
Tonight.
Where?
Gloria's place.
Where?
Gloria's place. Beautiful. Just glorious.
Who's giving it for you?
You know, what's his name?
Ain't you folks gone to get married yet?
Oh, we can't go till tomorrow, Granny. Somebody's giving Shorty a bachelor party tonight.
Sounds like Mr. Drysdale.
That too it is.
He's always throwing parties for Shorty.
He's at it again, Granny. Having a big one tonight. I'm duty bound to go, him being such a good friend of Jed. See you later.
I don't know if I like the idea of him going to a bachelor party tonight.
Well, look at it this way, Elverna. It's the last fun he's ever gonna have.
Excuse me, Chief. Mr. Clampett's on the telephone.
Oh. Mr. Clampett, dear friend, what can I do for you?
Well, I called to ask you something.
Anything at all. It's always a pleasure. What is it?
Well, Shorty Kellums is getting married.
Yes, I know.
Are you giving him a bachelor party?
A bachelor party? What? Yes, of course.
It's going to be tonight?
Yes, tonight.
There at your bank?
You're right here, you bet. I'll just leave everything to me. Bye.
What was that all about?
Well, Mr. Clampett wants me to give Shorty Kellums a bachelor party tonight. Alert all the girls in the secretarial pool.
Shorty, I want to apologize to you for doubting your story. I just talked to Mr. Drysdale, and he is giving a bachelor party for you tonight.
The Dickens he is. Huh? The Dickens he is. Regular Dickens. Fun, no. Well, I'm going to go rest up for the party.
Yeah, and tomorrow you marry Elverna.
Well, here they are, Chief. Cream in the secretarial pool.
Oh, yes. Fine. Now, girls, tonight I'm giving a bachelor party for a friend of a very important depositor. So I expect each of you to participate. Oh, you're new.
Yes, sir. This is my first date.
And what is your name?
Jean Bell.
Welcome aboard, Miss Bell.
Thank you.
Now, girls, as I was saying, tonight is the party. So all plan on working late.
Do we get paid extra?
You are new. Now, I don't want just another bachelor party. That's why I'm offering a bonus to any employee who comes up with a novel idea, something with a flair, something fresh and provocative.
We don't get paid for working tonight?
Of course not. You work as I order you to. Right, girls?
Oh, right. I thought slavery had been abolished.
Oh, that is very funny. That's also an excellent idea for the bachelor party. We'll have an Oriental slave auction.
Oh, goody. I get the bonus.
Miss Hathaway, we'll transform my office into a Moorish tent. Now arrange for the proper furnishing and costumes for the beautiful slave girls and harem girls.
Chief, I should like to go on record as saying I disapprove of this whole idea.
Okay, you're on record. Big deal.
However, I do approve of the bonus for a needy employee. How much are you going to pay?
Well, let's make it $100.
Oh, that's very generous.
Well, I think it's a great idea for a bachelor party. Oh, Shorty will have a ball buying all those beautiful slave girls.
I'll go and tell Miss Bell about the bonus.
Now, wait a minute. What business is it of hers if I get a bonus?
You're taking it yourself?
Well, naturally.
But it was her idea.
I say it was my idea, and I'm the boss.
Taking $100 for that idea is absolutely unfair.
You're right. I'll take $200. What are you doing, Sharon? Oh, hi there, fella. How are you?
Oh, here you are, Fairchild. Well, don't be scared, Matt Heller. He's just looking for his lunch.
Tell him I ain't it.
Come on, boy.
Granny, would you? Oh, howdy, Miss Bradshaw.
Hello, Jethro.
Granny, Miss Drysdale sent these costumes over for Ellie Mae.
What for?
In case she wants to be a slave girl or harem girl at Shorty's bachelor party.
Hold it, Jethro. You mean there's going to be harem girls and slave girls?
Prettiest you ever seen. A whole flock of them. Shorty's going to be a sheik.
Land sakes, Alverna, what is them?
Them is just what they look like.
Oh, is that all that them harem girls wears?
There's something else in there.
Look at this. You can see right through it.
So can Shorty.
What'd you say I was supposed to be, Jethro?
A sheik.
I don't want to be a sheik.
What does a sheik have to do?
He just lounges around on a bunch of pillows with a whole flock of pretty girls.
I'm a sheik.
Oh, yeah, Shorty, you're going to be king of the desert. Boy, you're going to have fun tonight.
I better get me some more rest. What time's the party supposed to commence?
8 o'clock. Miss Drysdale said it might last all night.
Doggone, I wish this is the North Pole. Up there, the nights are 3 months long.
Shorty Kellums?
Yes, Mom?
I don't like the notion of you're going to that bachelor party tonight.
That's all right, Elverna. I liked it enough for both of them.
Ted, are you worried about turning Shorty loose tonight?
I am for a fact.
I get the feeling if he goes to that bachelor party, he might just stay a bachelor.
Elverna's got herself a wiggler on the line.
He pert near split the hook this morning.
I think maybe we just better show up at that party.
I think maybe you're right.
After all, it was us that talked Shorty into proposing to Elverna.
It's us that's got to see it through.
Besides that, we might just have some fun.
Let's put these on and go to that party, Elverna.
Do you think we can get away with it?
Sure. We've seen enough of them pictures where Theda Barra vamp fellas like Elmo Lincoln. Who do I look like, Elverna?
Ooh, Theda Barra.
And you're a dead ringer for Elmo Lincoln. Come on, let's go.
How do I look, Gloria?
You look like the doorman at the Sahara Hotel.
Watch it, harem girl. Don't insult the Grand Caliph. I'll have your head cut off. Too tall anyway.
Sorry.
And let's get rid of this feather fan. Now, I want you to take some pictures tonight, so Shorty will have a record of his bachelor party.
Okay.
Okay, grand, sublime, majestic one.
You don't have to call me that.
Just take the pictures.
Chief, I just picked up Shorty Kellum.
On your knees, dog of a dog. A lowly camel driver does not address the Grand Caliph as an equal.
There's nobody here except Gloria.
Prostrate yourself, you flea-ridden jackal, or I shall have you flayed alive and your miserable carcass dragged across the burning sands of the desert.
This unworthy cur begs the inexpressible pleasure of addressing the glorious personage of the Grand Caliph.
You may speak, daughter of a goat.
May the radiance of 1,000 1,000 moons illuminate thine every footstep. I have the pleasure to announce the arrival of your illustrious guest from the city of the silver dollars, Abel Ben Kellums, known to all as Shorty the Sheep.
Bid him enter.
Enter Great Sheik.
It sure clears a fellow's sinuses. Hey, Mr. Drysdale. And there's Gloria.
Sorry I couldn't make it to your place tonight, honey, but we'll have fun right here.
Be seated, mighty sheik. I shall summon for your pleasure the first of a dazzling array of jewels of the Orient to entertain you. Behold this lovely creature, captured from the palace of the Sultan of Turkey, and she is going to perform for you the dance of 1,000 delights.
Shake a mean root. We can get together later.
Salam Effendi.
Shorty, kill him.
Summon the next desert flower and be quick about it, sister of a lizard.
Could she blow a whistle or something? That thing's giving me a headache.
Halava.
Howdy.
Candy of the East.
Shorty of the West. Glad to meet you, Candy.
That is a tasty, tempting confection.
She is that. But where's all the slave girls you were going to sell?
I shall have them brought in at once. The slave auction is about to begin, mighty sheik. Meanwhile, sample some of our desert delicacies.
What's that?
Nectar?
No, I ain't even touched her. I can't buy them. They's my friends.
Announcing the unexpected arrival of two imperial potentates, the Shah of Clampett and the Shad of Heller.
Welcome, noble visitor.
Pull up a couple of girls and sit down, fellas. Just in time for the slave auction.
Fetch the captives at once, spawn of a vulture.
Oh, yes, great ruler of the world. And may you awaken in the morning to find 1,000 precious stones in your gallbladder.
One more crack and I'll have your ears pierced from the inside. Noble visitors, feast your eyes upon these tantalizing captives.
Figure the dog, one apiece. Let's take a closer look at the merchandise.
Exactly like back home, is it, Shad?
They don't have sales like this at the Emporium.
As you can see, each of these girls is a gem of rare beauty, each a princess of royal blood.
Princess?
And you're selling them?
Well, they have been captured, now they are slaves.
True, Master. You may buy us as you would buy trinkets.
We are bubbles, bangles, and beads.
We're Jed, Shad, and Shorty.
Who will start the bidding?
Not me.
Me neither.
I'll take them all. I don't want to break up the set.
Patience, great sheik. I have other rare treasures to dazzle the eyes, stun the senses. Bring in the newest prisoner, twin of a toad.
At once, light of the world. And may thy royal tonsils grow to the size of watermelons.
I've got to get a new camel driver. Let the auction begin.
Wait a minute. Here come a couple more.
To the auction block, slave, and let the bidding commence.
I'll bid on you, baby. I like 'em big. Each girl will now identify herself to her future master.
I am the daughter of the Sultan. Men call me the Pearl of Persia.
I'll take her. Put her in my harem.
I am a princess in the court of the Moorish king. My name is Roha Chihar Habib, which means she who gets cheated out of bonus.
Never mind the ad-libbing. You are banished to the cage, to the cage, to the cage.
I am the daughter of the king of the Vikings. I am called Ingrid the Good.
Good. Honey, you're great. Put her in my harem.
Yeehaw! Look at all them girls.
Jethro, get out of here.
Okay, but if I can't buy one, I'm gonna steal one.
On with the slave auction. Yeah, come on, Big Mama. Let's get a look at you. Hey, look at this, fellas. She really wants me. Who are you, honey?
I am known as Elverna the Angry, and we're leaving right now to get married.
Okay, Elverna, but we'll have to take her along on the honeymoon. We're chained together.
Boy, did I pick the wrong woman.
I didn't do too good myself, Jethro.
Goodbye, Shorty.
Goodbye, Gloria. This could have been so beautiful.
I know, darling.
And you had to be a doggone blacksmith.
Hallmark Channel original movie. Melissa Gilbert, Lindsay Wagner, Thicker Than Water. Premieres next Saturday at 9 on the Hallmark Channel. On the next Hallmark Channel mystery movie, one of death in prison and a corpse in the woods uncover organized crime. Leah Thompson is about to become crime's #1 mother.
What are you looking at?
An all-new Jane Doe, Till Death Do Us Part premieres Friday night at 9 on Hallmark Channel.
Shoes off. Y'all come back now. Cheers.
This has been a
series of events that would have confounded any ordinary citizen. Yet the Clampetts navigated them with the calm resilience of those who have seen the seasons turn. And the mountain streams run clear. They were not merely visitors. They were people on a mission. The smog, an invisible enemy in their eyes, required the wisdom and the wealth of the highest office in the land. And to the Clampetts, that meant the president. As they settled into the rhythm of the city, they encountered figures who seemed to thrive in the labyrinthine world of politics and commerce. Mr. Drysdale, their banker, whose primary concern was the security of their vast fortune, remained a constant if frazzled presence. Then there was Honest John, a man who seemed to appear precisely when a solution was needed, and the venerable Princess Sitting Hawk, the last of the noble Columbia tribe. To the Clampetts, these individuals were not the enigmas they appeared to be to the rest of the world. They were neighbors, friends, and sources of truth in a land that seemed to operate on different principles than the ones they knew. Jethro, ever the innovator, turned his attention to the problems of the modern age. He tinkered with steam and electricity, seeking to replace the noisy, smoke-belching engines of the city with inventions that would run silent and clean. His efforts, while misunderstood by the sophisticated elite of Washington, were born of a sincere desire to make the world a better place. He saw no reason why the future could not be crafted with a few simple tools and a bit of ingenuity. Meanwhile, Ellie Mae continued to bring the spirit of the hills into the heart of the city. Her collection of animals grew, becoming a point of curiosity and wonder for the local children. She did not see the distinctions that others drew between the highborn and the lowborn, between the powerful and the powerless. To her, every living thing deserved kindness, a philosophy that served as a quiet, steady rebuke to the hustle and complexity of the capital. The central drama of their time in Washington revolved around the ownership of the city itself. Through the guidance of those they trusted, The Clampetts embarked on an ambitious plan to transfer the landmarks of the nation, the White House, the Capitol, the monuments, into the hands of the government, ensuring they would remain a part of the heritage of the people. It was a noble endeavor, fueled by the belief that money was a tool to be used for the benefit of all, rather than a treasure to be hoarded. Yet, throughout their journey, the Clampetts remained who they were. They were not swayed by the grandeur of the architecture or the pretension of the social circles. They moved through. They found joy in the simple things. A good meal shared with family, the laughter of children, and the knowledge that they had acted with integrity. Even when they were met with confusion, misunderstanding, or the machinations of those who did not share their values, they remained steadfast. Their experiences in the psycho ward, the encounters at the gates of the White House, and the various negotiations for the landmarks of the city were all met with a characteristic lack of cynicism. They saw the world as a place where problems could be solved, where people could be understood, and where a little bit of good old-fashioned common sense could go a long way. As the days turned into weeks, the family found that while they had come to change the city, they had also been changed by it. They had learned the ways of the world, but they had never forgotten the quiet, enduring wisdom of the mountains. They had witnessed the complexities of human nature, the greed, the ambition, the simple goodness, and they had navigated it all with grace. In the end, it was not the millions of dollars or the grand buildings that defined their legacy in Washington. It was the spirit of the Clampetts themselves. It was the sight of Granny tending to her chores, of Ellie Mae cradling a new animal, of Jethro lost in the wonder of a new invention, and of Jed, ever the patriarch, watching over them all with a quiet smile. They were a reminder that no matter how far one travels from home, the values that define a person, honesty, humility, and a generous heart, are the truest compass. Their departure from the capital was as quiet as their arrival had been eventful. They left behind a city that had been briefly touched by a different way of living, a city that had been reminded, however fleetingly, that sometimes the most profound answers are the simplest ones. And as they returned to the hills, they took with them not the titles or the honors that the city might have bestowed, but the knowledge that they had stayed true to themselves. The world of Beverly Hills and the halls of Washington had been but chapters in their story, a story that continued in the simple, steady beat of their lives. They had seen the bubbling crude, they had lived the dream of the millionaire, and they had walked the corridors of power, yet through it all, they remained the Clampetts, a family bound by love, strengthened by hardship, and guided by the enduring, simple truths of a life well lived. And so, the story of the man named Jed and his kin would go on, a testament to the idea that no matter the place, the spirit of the hills would always find a way to flourish, bringing warmth and wonder to every soul they touched along the way. The story of the Clampetts began with Jed Clampett, a man whose life was measured by the simple rhythms of the mountains. He was a mountaineer who barely kept his kinfolk fed until one day, while he was hunting for his dinner, he struck something far more significant than a rabbit. Deep in the earth beneath his feet, a bubbling crude began to rise, transforming his world overnight into a life of unexpected wealth. Oil, that black gold, changed the trajectory of his existence, and at the urging of his kin, he decided to move away from the only home he had ever known. California was the promised land, or so they were told, so they loaded up the truck and set their sights on Beverly Hills. Life in Beverly Hills was a strange, gilded adventure for the Clampetts. Their mansion was a far cry from the shacks they were accustomed to, complete with swimming pools and movie stars. Yet, amidst the luxury, the heart of the family remained steadfast. Jed was the patriarch, a man of simple honesty and deep integrity, while Granny, with her quick wit and iron will, kept the household running with the same efficiency she once applied to her mountain cabin. Ellie Mae, ever the animal lover, brought the spirit of the woods with her, and Jethro, with his insatiable curiosity and boundless, if occasionally misguided, enthusiasm, completed their unconventional family unit. Their latest venture began with the simple desire to help. When the issue of smog and air pollution became a topic of conversation, the Clampetts felt a calling to contribute to the greater good. Jed, ever the optimist, believed that with enough brainpower and money, any problem could be solved. His bank manager, Mr. Drysdale, always found himself caught in the middle of these well-meaning schemes, constantly fretting over the millions of dollars that passed through the hands of his eccentric, wealthy client. It was in this spirit of helpfulness that they turned their eyes toward Washington, the heart of the nation, convinced that they could assist the president himself in cleaning the air. Their journey to Washington was not merely a trip, it was a crusade. Jethro, convinced of his own brilliance, tinkered with various inventions, from steam-powered engines to electric cars, in his quest to eliminate pollution. Meanwhile, Granny and Ellie Mae prepared their own contributions, from pickled pawpaws to a menagerie of pets, including a kitten named after a president. When they arrived in the nation's capital, they were met with a series of misunderstandings and bureaucratic mazes that only served to strengthen their resolve. They encountered characters like the charmingly duplicitous Honest John, who saw in the Clampetts an opportunity for personal gain, and a supposed ancient Indian princess named Sitting Hawk, who allegedly held claim to the land upon which the White House stood. The Clampetts, ever generous and trusting, felt a deep sense of empathy for the human heart, a story of struggle and resilience, of hope and redemption, and of the enduring beauty that can be found in a life lived with integrity and love. They had been, and would always be, a family that knew who they were, where they came from, and what truly mattered in the end. In the quiet, simple beauty of their lives, they found all the meaning they could ever need. They lived in harmony with the land, with each other, and with the world, finding that the greatest treasures are not found in the ground, but in the relationships we build and the love we share. They were, and always would be, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a beacon of light in a world that needs it more than ever, and a reminder to all of us that no matter where we are always home when we are with those we love. And so, the story of the Clampetts became a quiet melody in the symphony of life, a song of home and family, of honesty and hope, that resonated in the hearts of all who heard it. They moved through their days with the grace of those who have found their purpose, never seeking more than what was needed, and always giving back more than what was received. They were a family that had learned the hardest lessons of life and had come out the other side, stronger, wiser, and more loving than before. They stood as a monument to the idea that there is no challenge that cannot be met with a kind word, a steady spirit, and a family that holds together. They showed that the world is only as complicated as we make it, and that the answers we seek are often right in front of us, waiting to be noticed. They had found their way, and in doing so, they had paved the way for others to follow. A path of simplicity and grace that leads to the most important things in life. They were a family that had lived their truth, a family that had remained true to their roots, and a family that had found their own unique way to touch the world. They were, and would always be, a source of comfort and joy to everyone who knew them, a shining example of what it means to live a life of character and integrity. And in the end, that is all that really matters, the love we give, the lives we touch, and the legacy of kindness we leave behind for those who come after us. They would be remembered not for their wealth or their adventures, but for the way they treated others with a kindness that was simple, sincere, and unwavering. They had become a part of the history of their home, a thread in the tapestry of life that would always be there, a reminder that no matter what, we are all part of a larger story, one that is woven with the love, the struggle, and the hope of those who came before us. They continued to welcome the world with open arms, never letting their experiences change the fundamental goodness of their hearts. They remained a place of refuge for any who needed a kind word or a helping hand, living by the belief that every person has a story and every story has value. They understood that the world is a place of endless possibility, and that as long as there is love and honesty, there is always hope for a better tomorrow. They saw their lives as a journey that never truly ends, a path of discovery that leads to new understandings and new connections every day. They remained curious, eager to learn, and always willing to help, living out their days with the same enthusiasm and joy that had characterized them from the beginning. They had found their place in the world, and they were content to live it to the fullest, finding joy in the simple, everyday experiences that make life so worthwhile. And as the sun set over the mountains, casting its golden light on the hills they loved, they knew that they had lived well. They knew that they had remained true to their purpose, and that they had left the world a little bit better than they had found it. They were a family that had found their own meaning in the vastness of the world, a meaning that was rooted in the simple, enduring power of love. They would always be the Clampetts, a family that had traveled far and seen much, yet had never lost the quiet, steady rhythm of their hearts. They were a story of life at its most authentic, a story that reminded us all of the importance of keeping our feet on the ground and our eyes on the horizon, ever hopeful, ever kind, and ever home. The story of their lives continued to unfold, a gentle narrative of hope and home, of the quiet strength that comes from being true to one's own heart. They lived their lives as if each day were a gift, finding beauty in the small moments that often pass us by. They were a testament to the idea that one does not need a great deal to be truly happy, but only a heart that is open to the wonders of the world and a spirit that is ready to embrace the journey. They had become a source of inspiration for all who knew them, a reminder of the values that form the bedrock of a good and decent life. They showed that when you stay true to your roots, you can weather any storm and come out the other side with your integrity and your love for family intact. They were a family of mountaineers, yet their influence reached far beyond the hills, touching the lives of everyone they met with the simple, quiet power of their presence. They would continue to live their lives as they always had, with humility and grace, always ready to lend a hand and always happy to share their story with those who were ready to listen. They were a family that had found their way in the world, and in doing so, they had shown the rest of us that the most important thing is not where you go, but how you travel, and that the best company you can have is the people who believe in you, support you, and love you for who you are. They were, and would always be, a family that knew the secret to a life well lived, a life rooted in kindness, defined by integrity, and sustained by the bonds of family. They had truly found their home, not just in the hills, but in each other, and in the knowledge that they were part of something greater than themselves. They had lived, they had loved, and they had found their own unique and beautiful way to make the world a better place. The passage of time did nothing to diminish the strength of their story or the warmth of their spirit. If anything, it only deepened the appreciation they had for the life they were given and the people they were blessed to have in it. They remained a constant, a steady light in a world that was often dark, and their presence served as a reminder that no matter how much things change, the most important things, family, love, and honesty, remain the same. They continued to face the future with the same quiet optimism they had always had, knowing that the journey ahead, while perhaps uncertain, would always be manageable as long as they stood together. They had seen enough of the world to know that its challenges are many, but they had also seen enough of the heart to know that its capacity for love is far greater. They had learned that the most important thing is not to be perfect, but to be real, and that is exactly what they had always been. They were a family that had found the beauty in the ordinary, the wonder in the everyday, and the joy in the simple act of living. They had shown that the most profound wisdom is often found in the simplest words, and that the greatest strength is found in the gentlest of spirits. They had achieved what so many spend their lives looking for, and in doing so, they had become a beacon of hope for all of us. They would always be the Clampetts, and their story would always be a source of comfort and joy. It is a story of a family that found their way, stayed true to their roots, and lived their lives with an honesty that continues to shine, a quiet, enduring light that reminds us all of the power of a life lived with heart and the joy of coming home. The story of the Clampett family in Washington began with a simple, earnest desire to do good. Jed Clampett, a man of humble origins but vast fortune, had arrived in the capital with a heart full of patriotism and a mind set on fighting the scourge of smog. Beside him stood his family, a group as genuine and unconventional as the hills from which they hailed. Granny, with her medicinal jars and sharp wit. Ellie Mae, whose love for creatures great and small was matched only by her innocence. And Jethro, a young man whose boundless curiosity was often directed toward the most bewildering of inventions. Their arrival in the nation's capital was marked by a scene met through their quiet dignity and unwavering spirit. In the end, it was not the millions or the grand gestures that defined their time in Washington, but the way they interacted with everyone they encountered. They treated the powerful with the same respect as the humble, and they never lost sight of the fact that everyone was a neighbor, regardless of their station in life. They learned that the beauty of the country was not just in its buildings or its landscapes, but in the hearts of the people who called it home. They eventually returned to their life, taking with them the lessons they had learned and the memories they had made. They understood that no matter where they were, in the hills, in the city, or in the capital, they were the same family that had set out in a rattling truck with nothing but hope in their hearts. They had been true to themselves, and in doing so, they had shown that even in a world that often prizes the loud and the fast, there is still a place for the quiet, the honest, and the kind. They often sat on the porch, looking out at the sunset, sharing stories of their adventures. Jed would smile, his eyes reflecting the peace of the landscape, and he would say that it did not matter where you were or what you had, as long as you had your kin by your side and a clear conscience. They were the Beverly Hillbillies, a name that others gave them, but to themselves, they were simply the Clampetts, a family that had found wealth in the most unexpected of places and had never once lost the simplicity of their souls. And as the years went by, the story of their journey became a part of the local lore, a tale told to new generations about the man who followed his heart and found that the true riches of life are the ones you carry within. They never sought fame, yet they found it. They never sought to be heroes, yet they acted with the kind of courage that changes the world. They were, and would always be, a testament to the power of a gentle spirit, the strength of family, and the enduring value of being exactly who you are, no matter the world you find yourself in. The world continued to turn, bringing new challenges and new dreams, but the lessons of the hills remained clear. They were lessons of patience, of the importance of listening, and of the realization that every person has a story worth hearing. The family grew and changed, but the bonds they shared never weakened. They moved through life with the grace of those who have seen the world but never let it harden them, always keeping a corner of their hearts reserved for the simple joy of a shared meal or a quiet evening on the porch. They found that the most meaningful work was not the kind that brought acclaim or notoriety, but the kind that touched the lives of others in small, unseen ways. Whether it was helping a neighbor with a task, or simply being there when someone needed a friendly face, they lived out their days with the understanding that every act of kindness sends ripples through the world. They were not philosophers or scholars, but they understood the most important truth of all. that life is meant to be lived with an open heart and a ready smile. And so, the legacy of Jed Clampett and his kin endured, a quiet reminder in a busy world of the beauty of a simple life. They were a beacon of humanity, showing that despite all the changes and all the noise, the values that truly matter, honesty, family, and kindness, are as constant and reliable as the rising sun. They had found their way in the world, and in doing so, they had shown the rest of us that the path to contentment is not a complicated map to follow, but a journey taken one step at a time, with the people who love you most by your side. The years passed like the leaves changing on the trees, each one adding a new layer of wisdom to their lives. They continued to be the same humble people they had always been, finding delight in the small wonders of the world, the sound of the wind through the pines, the taste of a fresh meal, the warmth of the hearth in the winter. They never lost their sense of wonder, nor their gratitude for the life they were given. They stood as a testament to the idea that wealth is not in the accumulation of things, but in the richness of experiences and the depth of relationships. They looked back on their time in the city not as a series of events, but as a chapter in a much larger story, one that began long before they left the hills and would continue long after they had returned to them. They saw how their experiences had shaped them, how they had grown, and how they had remained true to the principles that were instilled in them from the very start. They had faced the unknown with bravery and had met the challenges with a steadfast spirit that never faltered. In the end, it was the simple things that brought them the most satisfaction. It was the feeling of a job well done, the comfort of knowing that they had stayed true to themselves, and the knowledge that they were part of something greater than themselves. They had traveled far, seen much, and touched many lives, yet they remained what they had always been, a family of mountaineers who found everything they needed in the quiet hills of home. And as they looked out over their land, they knew that their story was not about the oil, or the money, or the city, but about the enduring power of a family that had found its way in a world that often forgets the importance of the simple life. They were, and always would be, a source of inspiration, a reminder that the true measure of a man is found not in what he has, but in the heart he brings to the world. They understood that the beauty of life lies in its journey, and that every turn in the road, every struggle, and every triumph is just another part of the story. They welcomed each new day with the same quiet optimism they had carried from the mountains, knowing that whatever challenges might arise, they would meet them with the same unity and resolve. They were a family that had learned to embrace the fullness of life, finding joy in the present moment and hope in the future. They left behind a legacy that would continue to grow, a beacon of light in a world that often loses its way. They taught those around them that the world does not have to be a complicated place, and that with a little honesty, a little hard work, and a lot of love, anyone can find their own path to a meaningful and happy life. Their story was a testament to the idea that no matter how far you travel or how much you change, the most important journey is the one that brings you back to yourself. They lived out their days in peace, surrounded by the beauty of the natural world and the people who knew them best. They were, in the most profound sense of the word, a success not because of what they had achieved or how much they had, but because of the way they had lived. They were a family that had found the secret to a happy life, and they lived it every day with the grace and simplicity that had always been the hallmark of the Clampett name. And as the stars came out over the hills, they sat together on the porch, content in the knowledge that they were exactly where they were meant to be. They were a reminder that the world is a beautiful place, filled with possibility, and that, if you only look close enough, you will find that the best things in life are the ones that are right in front of you, waiting to be appreciated. With the passage of time, the stories of the Clampetts became part of the fabric of the community, a gentle reminder to all who heard them that the best way to move through life is with a steady hand. and a clear, open heart. They stood as a symbol of the enduring power of the human spirit, a testament to the fact that no matter how much the world changes, the values of family and honesty are as solid and lasting as the very ground they walked on. They had found their peace, not by running away from the world, but by finding their place within it. They had shown that a person can be successful and humble at the same time, that one can be wealthy without losing the simplicity of one's character, and that no matter how grand the journey, the most important destination is the one that brings you back to the people you love. They had achieved what so many spend their lives searching for: a life of contentment, a life of purpose, and a life of deep, abiding joy. And as they watched the world continue to change and evolve, they remained an anchor, a steady and reliable presence that reminded everyone of the importance of the simple, quiet truths that sustain us all. They were the story of they had been led astray. The goodness they brought with them remained untainted. They had shown a different way of being, a way that valued human connection over material gain, and that, in its own way, was the most important lesson of all. As they looked toward the horizon, preparing for the next chapter of their lives, they did so with their heads held high. They had navigated the labyrinth of the capital, they had survived the tests of their character, and they had emerged not as losers, but as individuals who had remained true to themselves. The smog of the city might have been thick, but it could not obscure the clarity of their intentions or the warmth of their bonds. They were the Beverly Hillbillies, and in their journey, they had found that while the world might change around them, the values they carried within were the only things that truly mattered. The experience in the capital was merely a chapter, a story to be told around the dinner table in the years to come. It was a testament to the fact that even when the world is filled with shadows, the light of simplicity can guide the way. They returned to their lives with the same humbleness they had arrived with, carrying the knowledge that their worth was not measured by the millions they had or the buildings they had accidentally bought, but by the love they shared. And so, the story concluded not with a grand resolution, but with the quiet understanding that as long as they had each other, they were the wealthiest people in all the land. The legacy of their visit remained, a whispered legend in the halls of government about the simple folks from the hills who had offered everything they had for a cause they believed in. It was a story that served as a gentle rebuke to those who had forgotten the power of sincerity, a reminder that sometimes the most profound impact is made not by those who shout the loudest, but by those who live the quietest and most authentic lives. The Clampetts had left their mark, not in stone or gold, but in the memory of a city that had for a brief moment been graced by the presence of a truly. In the quiet and gentle hills of the Ozarks, there lived a man named Jed Clampett, a person of simple needs and an even simpler heart. He was a man who measured his wealth not in coins or paper, but in the bounty of the land and the health of his kin. One afternoon, while out tending to his chores, Jed was shooting at some food when his rifle struck a patch of earth that, instead of yielding dust, began to bubble forth with a thick, dark liquid. It was, as he would soon learn, a resource that the world valued above almost all else: oil. Word of this discovery spread with the speed of a summer breeze, and soon the townfolk were whispering that Jed had become a millionaire overnight. His kin, wise in the ways of the world but wanting the best for their own, urged him to leave the quiet mountains behind. They spoke of California as a land of promise, a place where a man could find everything he ever dreamed of and more. And so, with a heavy heart but a spirit full of hope, Jed agreed. They loaded up the old, rattling truck with all their earthly belongings, including the beloved Granny, his cousin Jethro, and his young cousin Ellie Mae, and set off for the distant town of Beverly Hills. Life in the city was a world apart from the life they had known. Everything was polished, expensive, and filled with a strange, bustling energy that took some getting used to. They lived in a mansion that seemed too large for a family that enjoyed the comfort of a porch, and they were constantly surrounded by people who viewed the world through a lens of status and material gain. Yet, through it all, Jed remained exactly who he was, a kind, honest, and humble mountaineer. He navigated the complexities of city life with the same steady hand he used to hold a plow, and he never once let the glimmer of gold or the pressure of social standing change his character. One of the most peculiar things they encountered was the smog that hung heavy over the city. It was a problem that troubled everyone, but while others spoke of it with frustration or indifference, Jed saw it as a challenge that required both brains and money to overcome. He was a man who believed that if you had the means, you had the responsibility to use them for the greater good. In his mind, the wealth he had found in the ground was not just for his own pleasure. It was a gift that could be used to help his neighbors and improve the lives of all who breathed the air. His cousin Jethro, always eager to show his cleverness, began to experiment with all manner of inventions, hoping to find a solution to the air quality that plagued their new home. He spent long hours in the garage, surrounded by tools and spare parts, trying to build everything from steam-powered engines to electric wonders. He was a boy with a heart of gold, even if his brain sometimes moved in directions that were a little hard to follow. Jed watched him with pride, encouraging him to pursue his ideas, not because he always understood them, but because he believed in the value of an inquisitive mind. The family was often visited by Mr. Drysdale, their banker, a man who saw the world as a series of investments and returns. He worried endlessly about the safety of the millions that Jed kept in the bank, and he was constantly coming up with schemes to ensure the money remained within his reach. He would fret and pace, his brow furrowed with concern, while Jed would sit peacefully on the sofa, listening to the birds outside and drinking his coffee. To Jed, the money was simply a tool, a means to an end, and he could not understand why Mr. Drysdale was so distressed by something that held no real weight in the scheme of life. One day, the thought occurred to them that they should go to the capital to speak with the president about the smog. They imagined that, in Washington, they would find people who felt just as strongly about the land as they did. They packed their bags with the enthusiasm of children, dreaming of meeting the man at the helm of the country and offering their support in the battle for cleaner air. They envisioned a grand meeting where ideas would be shared, problems would be solved, and they would return home knowing they had done their part. The journey was filled with wonder. They looked out the windows of the plane, marveling at the vastness of the country below and the beauty of the towns they flew over. They were a family of dreamers, each carrying their own hopes for the future. Granny was worried about her chickens, Jethro was planning his next big invention, and Ellie Mae was thinking of all the animals she would surely find in the great city. They were, in every sense of the word, a family that stayed together through the highs and the lows, finding joy in the simple act of being near one another. When they finally arrived in Washington, they were met with a world of protocol and formality that was far removed from their quiet mountain ways. They met a man named Honest John, who promised to help them connect with the right people. He was a man who spoke with great conviction, and they believed him, for they were people who trusted the sincerity of others. He told them tales of the city and its history, painting a picture of a place where even the most impossible dreams could come true. They walked the streets, looking up at the grand marble buildings, feeling a sense of awe at the scale of human achievement. However, Washington, like the city they had left, was a place where things were not always what they seemed. There were those who saw the Clampetts as an opportunity, a way to gain their own ends through manipulation and deceit. They were met with roadblocks, misunderstandings, and situations that would have discouraged a less resilient group. Yet, through every challenge, they remained grounded. They held on to the truths they had learned in the hills, knowing that integrity and kindness were worth more than any political office or grand monument. As they spent more time in the city, they learned that the problems of the world were complex and that there were no simple solutions to be found in a single conversation. They realized that their desire to help was good, but that the path to change required patience and understanding. They saw that even in the heart of the country, there was a need for the kind of simple, down-to-earth wisdom that Jed brought with him wherever he went. They became a part of the city in their own unique way, leaving a mark on those that radiated through the entire family. They had done what they set out to do. They had contributed to the fight against smog, they had shared their resources, and they had seen the sights of the capital. As they prepared to return home, they carried with them the memories of an adventure that would stay with them for the rest of their days. They had learned much, both about the world and about their own capacity for kindness and generosity. The journey back to the hills was a time of reflection. They sat in the quiet of the airplane, watching the clouds drift by and contemplating the lessons they had learned. They were the same people they had been when they left, yet there was a depth in their understanding, a richness in their experience that had not been there before. They were ready to return to their cabin, to the quiet life they loved, and to the peace of their own home. When they finally arrived back at the cabin, they were met with a sense of relief and joy. The woods were waiting for them, the gentle breeze seemed to welcome them, and the familiar sights of their home felt like a warm embrace. They had been on a long journey, a journey that had taken them far from home, but they were home at last, and there was no place they would rather be. The days that followed were a return to their familiar routines. Elmer continued his industrious dusting, Jethro returned to his tinkering, and Granny resumed her canning with a renewed sense of purpose. They talked often of their trip, sharing their stories with anyone who would listen, and reflecting on the ways in which their lives had been touched by the people they had met and the things they had seen. As they sat on the porch one evening, watching the sun dip below the hills, Jed felt a profound sense of gratitude. They were a family, bound by love and shared history, and they had faced the challenges of the world with the same spirit that had always guided them. They were, in the end, what they had always been, the Clampetts, and there was nothing more they could ever ask for. The future held its own mysteries, its own adventures, but for now, the quiet beauty of the evening was enough. The wind whispered a soft lullaby through the trees, and the world was, in all its simplicity, perfect. The saga of the Clampett family in Washington began with a simple, heartfelt ambition. Jed Clampett, a man whose integrity was as vast as the mountain range he once called home, stood in the grand lobby of a hotel in the nation's capital, his tall frame slightly stooped with the weight of a monumental responsibility. Beside him, Granny, wearing her traditional shawl and an expression of profound skepticism, adjusted her spectacles while Jethro, dressed in a suit that seemed slightly too tight for his enthusiasm, paced back and forth. Ellie Mae, ever the gentle soul, cradled a small, whiskered kitten that she had insisted on bringing along, claiming it was a necessary companion for the journey. Jed cleared his throat, his voice resonant and calm. He had been told by the man they knew as Honest John that their fortune, a staggering sum of $95 million, was the key to solving the great smog problem that plagued the city. Jed believed in the goodness of people, and he trusted the words of those who promised to use his resources for the betterment of the world. He envisioned a future where the air was clear, the birds sang with vigor, and the people of the city could breathe deeply without worry. He felt, in his own humble way, that he was doing his duty as a citizen, a notion that brought a quiet smile to his face. However, the path of the righteous is often paved with unforeseen complications. They had arrived with the intention of donating their wealth to the highest office in the land, only to be met with a series of bureaucratic mazes and misunderstandings. They were shunted from one official to another, their intentions questioned, and their motives misinterpreted. It was as if the very language of the city, a language of suits, paperwork, and subtle agendas, was a foreign dialect that Jed could not quite grasp. Yet he remained steadfast. He had a promise to keep, and he would not be deterred by the confusion that seemed to surround him like a fog as thick as the one they were trying to eliminate. Honest John, the man who had orchestrated their foray into the political sphere, moved with a calculated grace. He spoke of committees, of subcommittees, and of grand schemes that would surely lead to the salvation of the environment. He wore a smile that never quite reached his eyes, yet he played the part of a dedicated public servant with convincing skill. He guided the Clampetts through the marble halls of government buildings, pointing out the history etched into the stone, all the while ensuring that their gaze remained fixed on the noble task ahead rather than on the realities of the transactions taking place. Granny, however, was not so easily swayed. She watched Honest John with the sharp, discerning gaze of a woman who had spent a lifetime observing the ways of both man and beast. She did not trust the way he spoke, nor did she care for the way he seemed to manipulate their excitement. She whispered her concerns to Jed, urging him to look closer, to consider the possibility that not everyone who claimed to work for the public good was, in fact, doing so. But Jed, blinded by his own desire to do the right thing, dismissed her worries as the product of her inherent caution. He insisted that if one approached the world with an open heart, the world would eventually open its heart in return. Meanwhile, Jethro had taken it upon himself to immerse his giant brain into the technical aspects of the smog problem. He had studied various manuals, listened to reports, and even attempted to invent his own solutions. He spoke of steam engines, of electric currents, and of turbines with a confidence that would have been impressive if it were not entirely misplaced. He believed that, with enough dedication, he could solve the riddle of air pollution, thereby proving his worth to his Uncle Jed and the nation. He spent hours in their hotel suite, sketching diagrams that looked more like the frantic scribblings of a child than the blueprints of an engineer, yet he never once wavered in his belief that he was on the verge of a breakthrough. Ellie Mae found herself more concerned with the welfare of the creatures they had brought along. She took the young animals, the ones she had named after various historical figures, on small excursions to the park, oblivious to the stares of the city folk. She believed that even in the heart of the capital, there was room for the innocence of nature. She was the one who saw the beauty in the quiet corners of the city, the one who found comfort in the simple act of feeding a squirrel or tending to a bird with a wounded wing. Her presence was a reminder to the family of the life they had left behind, a life governed by the rhythms of the earth rather than the ticking of a clock. As the days turned into weeks, the complexity of their mission grew. They found themselves entangled in the purchase of public landmarks, believing that in doing so, they were somehow performing a service for the state. Jed's checks were written with the casual ease of a man who viewed money as a tool rather than a prize, while Honest John ensured that each transaction was processed with alarming speed. The irony was lost on the Clampetts. They felt they were contributors, while in reality, they were the victims of an elaborate charade. Yet, there was an underlying theme of warmth and family unity that persisted throughout their trials. Despite the absurdity of their situation, they remained anchored to each other. They ate dinner together, shared stories of their home in the mountains, and comforted one another when the weight of the city threatened to crush their spirits. They were a family of simple virtues surviving in a world that rewarded complexity and cunning. They were, in essence, the conscience of the story, a reflection of the enduring power of honesty in an environment that often seemed to lack it. In the end, it was not the brilliance of a politician or the cunning of a swindler that brought their journey to a turning point. but the simple, unadorned kindness of the Clampetts themselves. When the truth finally began to dawn, it was not met with rage, but with a profound, quiet dignity. They had come to do good, and even if the raccoon, scampered about the corner of the room, his nimble paws searching through the cabinetry for hidden treasures. Dustin, his constant companion in these domestic excursions, watched with a bemused expression on his face. Elmer was a peculiar fellow, possessing a curiosity that often led him into the most unexpected of places. It was a marvel to see such a small creature go about his day with such purpose and dedication. The two men exchanged a knowing glance. Elmer was indeed a handy little critter. His thick raccoon fur was, according to Jed, far superior to any store-bought feather duster when it came to gathering up the stubborn bits of lint that managed to accumulate in the corners of the cabin. It was truly a joy to see him work, and the little fellow seemed to take a genuine pride in his contribution to the household chores. Well, Jed said, his voice deep and calm, I reckon it is time we took these dusters outside and gave them a good shake. They had done their part for the day, and the cabin was beginning to look as tidy as a pin. Granny nodded, her hands moving with lightning speed as she finished her task. You take yours upstairs, Jed, and make sure to hand them off to the dresser drawers in the closet. She instructed, her voice holding the authority that only a woman of her experience could command. A moment later, the quiet was broken by the voice of Jethro, who had been pondering the strange nature of their finances. Uncle Jed, he called out, his brow knit in thought. Old Honest John has never come back to pick up his $700,000. He is that way, always wandering, always searching. Could I possibly have that money as an advance against my allowance? 50 cents a week is a rather small sum, and I have many plans for my future. Jed chuckled, a low, rumbling sound that seemed to emanate from the very earth beneath them. That would take a fair while to pay back, Jethro, he said, his eyes twinkling with amusement. I am young, Jethro countered, his posture straightening with a sense of adolescent determination. You are not that young, Jed replied gently. Besides, Honest John needs that money for a very important cause. He is fighting the smog. The thought of fighting the smog sparked a new fire in Jethro. I would like to throw my brain into the fight against smog as well, he declared, his voice filled with newfound passion. They say what it takes to whip it is brains and money. If that is what is required, we are well prepared, are we not? I reckon we have a leg up on the situation. Elmer and I shall get quite busy upstairs, developing a strategy. Granny listened to the exchange, her lips pressed into a thin line. Fine, Ellie, she said, turning her attention to the household matters. Jed, that reminds me. Mr. Drysdale called earlier, and he mentioned he was coming by to retrieve that money. He seemed quite distressed, having developed hives from the mere thought of $700,000 sitting loose in a home. I am truly sorry about his hives, Jed replied thoughtfully, but I have already promised that money to Honest John for his noble cause. I am also considering joining the fight against smog, Granny remarked, her eyes sparkling. I have seen the effects it has on the world, and I find it to be a matter of grave importance. Mr. Drysdale insists the money belongs in his vault, and he is determined to collect it. Granny continued, I do not think I can let him have it, Jed said, his voice firm. A promise is a promise, and my word is as good as gold. I am going to fight smog, Granny, Jethro announced once more, his mind racing with possibilities. How, dear boy? She asked, her tone laced with skeptical curiosity. I do not know yet, but Uncle Jed says it takes brains and money. Between us, we have all the requirements. You have the money, do you not? Jethro asked. No, I am the one supplying the brains, Jethro stated with pride. The days that followed were filled with the hustle and bustle of preparation. Jethro, ever the inventor, had set his sights on revolutionizing the way they lived. He spent hours in the garage, tinkering with pipes and levers, his goal nothing less than the creation of a machine that would solve the air pollution problem once and for all. He spoke often of steam and electricity, his eyes alight with the fire of discovery. The entire family watched with a mix of amusement and pride as Jethro labored over his inventions. There was a warmth in their home, a sense of shared purpose that transcended the simple tasks of daily life. Even when Mr. Drysdale arrived, his face flushed with frustration and his tie slightly askew, they remained steadfast in their convictions. The banker spoke of safety, of vaults, and of the dangers of keeping such wealth in a residence, but Jed held his ground with a polite, unwavering grace. "It is not just about the money," Jed explained to the agitated man. "It is about the principle of the thing. We have made a commitment to honest John, and we intend to honor it." Mr. Drysdale, despite his bluster, could not help but be moved by the simplicity and honesty of the man before him. He left, though his concern for the bank's assets remained as clear as the blue sky above. As the plans for their journey to Washington took shape, the excitement in the cabin grew palpable. They would take their mission to the highest levels of the land. They would meet with the president himself and present their offer to aid in the fight against smog. It was a grand adventure, a journey of a lifetime that would take them far from the hills and into the heart of the nation. The packing was a flurry of activity. Granny insisted on bringing her prized jars of pickled pawpaws and a generous supply of hand-slung chickens, ensuring they would have a taste of home even in the foreign lands of the capital. Jethro packed his tool kit, his notes on internal combustion and electrical potential carefully tucked into a leather satchel. Ellie Mae spent her final hours with her beloved critters, giving each one a gentle pat and a promise that she would return soon. The flight to Washington was an experience in itself. As they looked out the windows of the airplane, they marveled at the vastness of the world below. Everything seemed so small, so organized, yet so full of life. They discussed the beauty of the city as it came into view, its sprawling avenues and iconic buildings a testament to the history they were about to encounter. Upon their arrival, they were struck by the sheer scale of the capital. There was a grandeur here that was quite different from the rugged beauty of the mountains, a polished elegance that commanded respect. They moved through the streets with a sense of awe, their eyes taking in the monuments, the marble facades, and the bustling crowds that moved with a purpose that felt uniquely metropolitan. Their first stop, of course, was to find a place to stay. They found themselves in a hotel that seemed to stretch toward the heavens, its halls lined with velvet carpets and its rooms decorated with finery they had only ever seen in pictures. It was a far cry from their humble cabin, yet they carried themselves with the same dignity and ease, finding beauty in the new and appreciation for the simple comforts of a soft bed. The days in Washington were a whirlwind of activity. They visited the great landmarks, their wonder growing with each sight. They learned of the history of the buildings, the stories of the people who had shaped the nation, and the complexities of the political world. Through it all, they remained true to themselves, their accents as thick as the morning fog, their hearts as open as the wide sky. One afternoon, while strolling near the Capitol building, they encountered Honest John once again. He greeted them with open arms, his face alight with enthusiasm. He spoke of his committee, of the progress they were making, and of the pride he felt in their willingness to contribute to such a vital endeavor. It was a meeting that bolstered their spirits and reaffirmed their decision to make the journey. The process of contributing to the cause was, as they soon discovered, quite an involved affair. There were forms to fill out, meetings to attend, and people to meet, each step a new lesson in the mechanics of government. They navigated the bureaucracy with patience, their trust in the process unwavering. When the final documents were signed, there was a sense of accomplishment of a family that, through it all, remained true to itself, true to its values, and true to the promise of a life filled with purpose. And as they continue their journey, moving forward with hope and resilience, we are reminded that no matter the challenges we face, we have the strength of character and the bond of love to carry us through, and that, in the end, it is our commitment to the simple, enduring truths that make life truly worth living. With the wisdom of their journey and the lessons they have taught, we are better prepared for the path that lies ahead, always mindful of the simple, enduring beauty of a life well lived, a life that is defined by the love we share, the values we hold, and the joy we find in the simple, everyday moments that make us who we are. And in this knowledge, we find the strength to move forward, to face the future with confidence, and to continue the journey that is uniquely our own, always guided by the spirit of the Clampetts and the enduring truth that love, above all, is what truly matters. The story of the Beverly Hillbillies is more than just a memory. It is a living, breathing testament to the power of the heart, a source of inspiration that will continue to enrich our lives for generations to come. They have shown us that we are all capable of more than we know, and that with a heart full of love and a spirit full of hope, we can overcome any obstacle, find our way in any environment, and truly make a difference in the world around us. So as we close this chronicle, we are left with a feeling of profound gratitude, a sense of wonder at the life they led, and a renewed commitment to the values they upheld. The journey of the Clampetts is our journey, their story is our story, and the lessons they have taught us are the lessons we will carry with us always, as we navigate the paths of our own lives, fueled by the same spirit of hope, resilience, and unwavering belief in the goodness of the human spirit that defined the Beverly Hillbillies in the heart of the nation. And though the pages of this chapter are turning, the story of the Clampett family is far from over. It is a story that unfolds with each new day, in every smile shared, every act of kindness performed, and every moment of joy experienced in the company of those we love. Their journey is our journey, and we are all part of a larger narrative that celebrates the beauty of life, the strength of family, and the power of the human heart to endure, to grow, and to shine, even in the most unexpected of places. So let us go forth, carry the light of their story, and walk our paths with the confidence that comes from knowing who we are and what we stand for. For in the journey of the Clampetts, we have found a reflection of the best in ourselves, a reminder of the power of the human spirit, and a call to live our lives with the same honesty, the same integrity, and the same unwavering belief in the beauty of life that has always defined the Beverly Hillbillies. And in this knowledge, we find the peace that comes from knowing that, no matter where we go, we are always home, provided we carry the love of our family and the values of our ancestors in our hearts. The journey of the Clampetts is a testament to this, a beautiful, enduring story that will continue to touch our lives and remind us of the simple, enduring beauty of a life lived with purpose, with integrity, and with a heart full of love. So let us cherish their memory, let us draw strength from their story, and let us walk our paths with the same spirit of joy and resilience that defined the Beverly Hillbillies in their time in the heart of the nation. Their story is a gift, a light that will continue to shine, a source of comfort and inspiration for all who are lucky enough to know it, and a timeless reminder of the power of a family united by love and guided by the simple, enduring truth that the best things in life are the things that money cannot buy. The journey of the Clampetts continues, and with each new day, we are reminded of the beauty of their life and the profound impact of their presence. They have shown us that we are all part of a grander design, a story that is constantly unfolding, and that, in the end, it is the love we share and the values we uphold that make our journey truly meaningful. And so, we look ahead with confidence, inspired by the journey of the Clampett family, and committed to living our own lives with the same honesty, the same integrity, and the same enduring belief in the goodness of the human spirit. Their story is a light that will always shine, a constant reminder of the simple, enduring beauty of a life well lived, a life that is defined by the love we share and the values we hold dear, a life that is, above all, a life that is truly our own. Their story is a journey of the heart, a tale of love, family, and the enduring power of the human spirit to find the truth in the most unexpected of places. It is a story that will continue to resonate, to inspire, and to uplift, a beautiful, heartwarming, and profoundly moving narrative that will always have a place in the hearts of those who believe in the beauty of a life well lived, and the enduring strength of a family that remains true to its roots, no matter how far they may travel. And in the end, as the story of their Washington adventure becomes a part of the history of the nation, we can take heart in the knowledge that the spirit of the Clampett family continues to live on, a guiding light that leads us toward a world where truth and kindness are the measure of all things, where family is the foundation of our existence, and where we all find our way back to the simple, enduring beauty of a life lived with purpose and with heart. As they return to the quiet rhythm of their lives, we are left with the profound sense that their presence has made the world a little brighter, a little kinder, and a little more aware of the simple, enduring beauty that surrounds us all. Their story is a reminder of the power of the human spirit, a testament to the strength of family, and a beautiful, timeless celebration of what it means to live a life that is truly, deeply, and profoundly our own. So let us continue to tell their story, let us continue to draw inspiration from their journey, and let us continue to honor the values they have held dear, for in doing so, we are honoring the best in ourselves, the beauty of the human spirit, and the simple, enduring truth that love is the answer to all of life's questions, the foundation of all our success, and the source of all our joy. Their journey is a journey of the soul, a voyage that transcends the boundaries of time and space, and reminds us that no matter how much the world may change, the values that guide us remain the same, the values of family, of love, and of a life lived with honesty, integrity, and a heart full of hope. And so, the story of the Clampett family in Washington stands as a timeless, heartwarming, and profoundly inspiring narrative that will continue to touch the lives of all who are lucky enough to know it, a story of a family that, through it all, remained true to itself, true to its roots, and true to the promise of a better, brighter, and more honest world. The legacy of their time in the capital is a testament to the power of a simple, honest approach to life, a reminder that the world is not as complex as we often make it, and that the solutions to our greatest challenges are often found in the heart, the mind, and the spirit of the individual. They have shown us that even in the heart of the nation, the simple wisdom of the hills can offer a perspective that is both refreshing and profound, a perspective that is grounded in the enduring values of family, of community, and of a life lived with purpose. And so, as we look forward to the future, we carry with us the spirit of the Clampetts, the lessons they have taught, and the hope they have inspired, knowing that wherever we go and whatever we do, we are all part of a larger story, a story that celebrates the beauty of life, the strength of family, and the power of the human spirit to endure, to grow, and to shine. Their story is a journey of the heart, a voyage that continues to unfold in the lives of us all, a beautiful, enduring narrative that will always remind us of the simple, enduring beauty of a life well lived, a life that is, and the same unwavering belief in the goodness of the human spirit that they demonstrated every single day. Their journey is a journey of the soul, a voyage of discovery that continues to unfold, revealing new truths and offering new perspectives on the life we lead. The Clampetts are more than just characters in a story. They are symbols of the enduring power of the human heart, and their presence in the heart of the nation is a reminder that the values we hold dear are the ones that will truly stand the test of time, a timeless, heartwarming, and profoundly inspiring story that will always have a place in our hearts. So here is to the Clampetts, to their journey, to their spirit, and to the enduring lessons they have taught us about the beauty of life, the strength of family, and the power of the human heart. May their story continue to inspire us. May their wisdom continue to guide us. And may their presence continue to light the way as we walk our own journey, always mindful of the simple, enduring truths that make life truly worth living. And as we close the book on their Washington adventure, we can only hope that our own journey will be as rich, as heartwarming, and as truly unforgettable as theirs. They have shown us that life is not about the destination, but about the people we share it with and the values we uphold along the way. A lesson that will remain with us long after the final chapter has been read. A timeless reminder of the power of love, the resilience of the spirit, and the simple, enduring beauty of a life well lived. The legacy of the Clampett family is a testament to the idea that there is no place like home, no bond stronger than that of a family, and no journey more rewarding than the one that leads us to the discovery of our own true selves. They have left their mark, and in doing so, they have reminded us all of the importance of staying true to our values, no matter where we go or what we do, a lesson that will guide us as we continue to write the stories of our own lives, fueled by the same optimism and resilience that defined the Beverly Hillbillies. As we look back on their time in the capital, we see a family that, in the midst of a world of change, remained an anchor of stability, a beacon of hope, and a source of constant joy. Their journey is a beautiful, enduring story of what it means to be human, and their presence in our hearts is a reminder that the best of who we are is always there, waiting to be discovered, if only we have the courage to be ourselves and the heart to embrace the journey. So let us take their story with us. Let us treasure the lessons they have taught us. And let us walk forward with the same sense of purpose and the same dedication to the values that truly matter. For the Clampett family has shown us that there is a light that never fades, a spirit that never breaks, and a love that never ends. And it is this spirit that will continue to guide us as we navigate the paths of our own lives, forever enriched by the journey of the Beverly Hillbillies in the heart of the nation. The story of their Washington adventure is a narrative that has reached deep into the collective consciousness of the nation, leaving an indelible mark that speaks to the power of simplicity in an increasingly complex world. They brought a breath of fresh air to the capital, a reminder of the foundational values of hard work, honesty, and family loyalty. They moved through the labyrinthine corridors of government not with malice or political ambition, but with the open honesty of people who had built their lives on a solid foundation of integrity. It was this very quality that made their presence so disruptive yet so transformative. They could not be bought. They could not be swayed by the siren song of prestige, and they certainly could not be convinced that a lie was better than the truth. In their own way, they challenged the status quo not by protest but by simply being themselves, a force of nature that forced everyone around them to reconsider what truly mattered. The impact of their time in Washington rippled outward, touching the lives of those who had never met them but who found hope in the stories of their journey. They became symbols of a kind of American spirit that is often overlooked in the rush for progress, the spirit of the individual who is content with their lot, who values the simple pleasures of the earth, and who believes that the true measure of a man is not in his possessions, but in his character. Their interactions with those in power were marked by a refreshing lack of pretense. They did not bow to protocol or get lost in the intricacies of titles and positions. To Jed, everyone was a neighbor, everyone was someone worth knowing, and everyone was treated with the same warmth and respect he afforded his kin. This, perhaps more than anything else, was the secret to their influence, for it disarmed those who were used to the guarded, calculated nature of political life. The story of their attempt to help with the smog is a case in point. What started as an earnest, well-meaning endeavor became a series of misadventures that, while they didn't solve the problem in the way they intended, highlighted the importance of a heart that seeks to serve. They saw a need, they believed they could help, and they acted, a reflection of the core belief that we are all responsible for the health and well-being of the land we call home. Their experience with the various departments of government, the psycho ward, the committees, the bureaucratic red tape, serves as a gentle, often humorous, critique of the systems that humans create. The fact that the Clampetts, with their mountain-honed common sense, could navigate these systems and emerge with their sanity and their humor intact is a testament to the resilience of the human mind and the strength of the values they held. As they look back on their journey, it is with the clarity of those who have seen the world and found that the most important truths are the ones we carry with us wherever we go. They have seen the seats of power, they have met the leaders of the nation, and they have walked the halls of history, yet they remain the same, a family bound by love, guided by integrity, and forever appreciative of the simple, enduring beauty of the world around them. The chronicle of their life in the capital, while filled with the unexpected and the extraordinary, is ultimately a story of the ordinary, a testament to the idea that the most remarkable journeys are the ones that lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. And so, the Clampett family moves forward, their spirits lightened, their hearts full, and their commitment to their values stronger than ever before. Every morning, when the sun rises over the hills, they are reminded of the journey they have taken and the places they have seen, but they are also reminded of the beauty of their home and the joy of being surrounded by the ones they love. They have traveled the world, but in the end, they have found that the greatest adventure is the one that brings them back to the simple, enduring truths that have always defined their existence. So let us continue to draw inspiration from their journey. Let us continue to learn from the lessons they have shared. And let us walk our own paths with the same sense of joy, the same commitment to our values, and the same unwavering belief in the goodness of the human spirit. For the story of the Clampetts is a story for us all, a timeless, heartwarming, and profoundly moving tale that will continue to inspire and uplift as long as there are those who dare to dream of a better, brighter, and more honest world. The legacy they have left behind is a legacy of love, of laughter, and of the enduring strength of the human spirit, a legacy that will continue to grow and flourish in the hearts of everyone who has been touched by their story. They have shown us that even in a world that is constantly changing, the values that define us, the values of family, of integrity, and of a heart for the land, are the ones that will truly endure. And so, as we look to the future, we can take heart in the knowledge that the spirit of the Clampett family lives on, a guiding light that leads us toward a world where truth and kindness are the currency of every interaction, where the bonds of family are the strongest of all, and where we all find our way back to the simple, enduring beauty of a life well lived. The Washington adventure was just one chapter in their incredible life. A story of Clampett and his kin will continue to shine as a beacon of light, a testament to the idea that there is no power greater than the power of an honest heart. They were and will always be a family of the land, a family of the people, and a family whose journey continues to inspire all who seek the true meaning of happiness and success. In every corner of the vast land, from the rolling hills of the Ozarks to the marble steps of the Capitol, the echoes of their time in Washington linger, a gentle reminder that kindness, humility, and love are the true currencies of a life well lived. And so, the story unfolds, a beautiful, enduring narrative of a family that dared to dream, dared to care, and dared to be themselves in a world that was constantly trying to change them. They found that the secret to the fight against the smog and all the troubles of the world lay not in complex machines or vast fortunes, but in the brains and the spirit of the people, combined with a genuine desire to leave the world a little brighter than they found it. Their time in the capital was a chapter in a much larger story, one that continues to be written in the hearts of everyone who believes in the goodness of the human spirit. With each passing day, the lessons of their journey become more clear, a guide for all who walk the path of life with open eyes and a willing heart. The Clampett family, in their own inimitable way, transformed the world around them, not by force, but by the quiet, persistent influence of their presence. And in the end, it was not the buildings they bought or the titles they held that mattered, but the lives they touched and the joy they brought to those who were fortunate enough to know them. So let the story stand as a testament to the power of the human spirit, a story of a family that remained true to its roots even when faced with the grandeur of the world. It is a story for the ages, a story that will continue to resonate through the halls of history, a story that reminds us all that home is where the heart is, and that the greatest journey is the one that leads us back to ourselves. And so, the legacy of Jed, Granny, Ellie Mae, and Jethro remains, a beacon of hope and a source of inspiration for generations to come. They have shown us that even in the midst of the most challenging circumstances, the strength of the family unit and the power of a positive attitude can overcome any obstacle. Their journey is a testament to the endurance of the spirit, a celebration of life in all its complexity, and a tribute to the simple, enduring values that make us who we are. As the sun sets on their time in the capital, we are left with the image of a family that stands united, looking toward the future with the same optimism that carried them from the hills of the Ozarks to the grand stages of the world. Their story is far from over, for every day is a new chapter in the ongoing saga of the Clampetts, a family that has captured our hearts and reminded us of the simple joys of a life well lived. So let us celebrate their journey, let us learn from their wisdom, and let us carry the spirit of the Clampett family with us as we navigate the paths of our own lives. For in their story, we find a reflection of our own, a reminder that we are all on a journey, and that the best way to travel is with a heart full of love and a spirit ready for whatever comes our way. And as the final pages of their Washington adventure close, we are left with the quiet confidence that the Clampetts will always be the same, ever true to their nature, ever ready to lend a hand, and ever guided by the simple truths that have always defined their existence. Their journey is a beautiful reflection of the human experience, a tapestry of joy, struggle, hope, and resilience that will continue to inspire and uplift all who encounter it. So here is to the Clampetts, to the lessons they taught, and to the enduring spirit of a family that remained whole in a world that so often pulls us apart. Their time in the capital may be over, but their influence remains, a gentle, guiding light that reminds us that no matter where we go or what we do, our roots will always be the source of our strength and the foundation of our success. And in the quiet moments of reflection, when the noise of the world fades away, we can still hear the echoes of their laughter and the wisdom of their words, a timeless reminder of the simple, enduring beauty of a life well lived. Their legacy is one of love, of integrity, and of the unwavering belief that no matter the challenges we face, we can always find our way home. The tale of the Beverly Hillbillies in the heart of the nation is more than just a story. It is a reflection of the best of who we are, a tribute to the values that hold us together, and a source of constant inspiration for the road that lies ahead. And so, the journey continues, unfolding in the lives of everyone who dares to believe in the power of the human heart, and in the enduring strength of a family that, through it all, remained exactly who they were meant to be. With the wisdom of the hills and the grace of the spirit, the Clampetts have left an imprint on the fabric of the nation that will never fade. Their story, a testament to the resilience of the human soul, remains a beacon of light for all who seek the true meaning of happiness and a life lived with purpose. And so, we look forward to the next chapter, knowing that wherever they go and whatever they do, the spirit of the Clampetts will continue to thrive, a source of joy and inspiration for all who are lucky enough to be part of their incredible, heartwarming, and truly unforgettable journey. Their journey is a journey of the heart, a voyage that transcends the boundaries of time and place, and reminds us that no matter how much the world may change, the truths that guide us remain the same. The Clampetts have shown us that even in the face of the unknown, we can find our way, and that with the right perspective, even the most daunting challenges can be met with the same quiet strength and unwavering optimism that has always defined their path. As we conclude this chronicle, we are left with a feeling of warmth, a sense of gratitude for the journey we have shared, and a renewed appreciation for the values that truly matter. The Clampetts have not just visited the capital. They have left a part of their soul there, a gentle reminder that kindness and integrity are the most powerful forces in the world, and that when we act from a place of sincerity, we can create ripples of change that reach far beyond our own limited horizons. So let the journey of the Clampetts serve as a reminder that we are all capable of greatness, not through the acquisition of power or the accumulation of wealth, but through the simple, honest acts of love and compassion that define our character. Their story is a gift, a treasure of the human spirit that will continue to inspire and guide us as we walk our own paths, always mindful of the lessons they have taught us and the enduring power of the heart. And as the story of their Washington adventure comes to an end, we are left with the comfort of knowing that the Clampetts are out there, living their lives with the same simple wisdom and unwavering faith that has always been there. Hallmark. Their journey is a testament to the human spirit, a beautiful, enduring story that will continue to touch the lives of generations to come, a story of a family that, through it all, remained true to itself, true to its values, and true to the promise of a better tomorrow. Their time in the capital may be a footnote in the history of the nation, but for those who had the privilege of knowing them, it was a chapter that forever changed the way they saw the world. They taught us that there is joy in the simple things, that there is strength in the bonds of family, and that there is beauty in the truth of who we are, a lesson that we would do well to carry with us always, as we navigate the complexities of our own journey, fueled by the same spirit of hope and resilience that defined the Beverly Hillbillies. In the end, their story is a reflection of our own potential, a reminder that we are all part of a larger narrative, and that our actions, however small, have the power to shape the world around us in ways we can only imagine. The Clampetts have shown us the way, and now it is up to us to walk the path with the same honesty, the same integrity, colors of a proud history. With Honest John acting as their interpreter, the family was led to believe that they were performing a great service to their country. Jed, with his characteristic humility and honest heart, bought the White House from Sitting Hawk for the sum of $1 million. He truly believed he was helping a poor woman and, in turn, doing a favor for the president. As the days passed, Honest John and his partner, who was posing as the noble princess, continued to prey upon the family's kindness. They sold Jed the Capitol building, the Washington Monument, and the Lincoln Memorial, all under the guise of helping the nation. Jed's checkbook became a fountain of generosity, with millions flowing into the pockets of the con artists, who spent their time dreaming of a quiet life in Guatemala. The family, meanwhile, remained blissfully unaware of the deception. They treated the city with the same rustic charm they had brought from the hills. They set up house, continued to help with chores, and even found time to look after their menagerie of animals, which included kittens named after various historical figures. They remained steadfast in their belief that they were making the world a better place, one purchase at a time. Their innocence was so profound that it began to unsettle even those who sought to exploit them. When the con artists finally returned the money, Overwhelmed by the family's unwavering kindness and genuine praise, they found themselves unable to complete their swindle. The goodness of the Clampetts was, in a strange and miraculous way, its own form of protection. In the end, as the sun set over the marble skyline of the capital, the family stood together, still rich in spirit and still waiting for their chance to share a meal with the president. They were the same simple mountain folk who had left the hills, having navigated the corridors of power with nothing but their own integrity. They had seen the sights, met the people, and contributed more to the spirit of the nation than any politician could have hoped to buy with their own influence. They were, in the truest sense of the word, the greatest Americans of all, holding onto their values in a world that often forgot what it meant to be honest, simple, and kind. As they looked out over the city, they knew that no matter what happened next, they would always have each other, and that was worth more than all the gold in the world. The chronicles of the Clampett family in the storied halls of Washington are written in the ink of sincerity and the gold of a true mountain spirit. In the grand tapestry of their journey, each chapter unfurls like a wildflower in the gentle breeze of the Potomac, where the simple wisdom of a mountaineer named Jed Clampett finds itself amidst the marble monuments of a nation. The tale begins with a humble request from the hearth of the Clampett home. Jed, a man whose heart is as vast as the open sky over his Ozark hills, stands tall, his sideburns a testament to a life lived in tune with the rhythm of nature. Beside him, Granny, the fiery guardian of tradition, keeps a watchful eye on the affairs of the house, while Ellie Mae, with her boundless love for all living things, brings a softness that bridges the gap between the wild and the civilized. Jethro, the boy with a giant brain and a heart to match, stands ready to tackle the problems of the modern world with the same enthusiasm he applies to his latest mechanical invention. Their arrival in the capital is heralded not by trumpets, but by the quiet grace of folks who carry their home in their souls. They had come with a singular purpose, a noble quest to lend their aid to the great struggle against the smog that clouded the horizons of their new life. It was a mission born of pure intent, an offering of their resources and their spirit to the service of the greater good. Yet, Washington, with its intricate webs of policy and its halls of prestige, was a world unto itself. Here, Honest John, a man whose name was as colorful as the stories he spun, welcomed them with open arms. To Jed, Honest John was a beacon of friendship, a man who spoke the language of the land and understood the weight of a promise. Little did the family know that the pathways of the city were paved with more than just good intentions. As they wandered the corridors of power, the Clampetts were met with wonder and disbelief. The sight of the White House, with its gleaming pillars and storied rooms, was a marvel that stirred the deepest reaches of their imagination. Jed, ever the man of action, saw not just a residence but a symbol of the people, a place where the heart of the country beat with the rhythm of democracy. He sought to contribute, to offer his share, believing firmly that a small act of kindness could ripple out to touch the lives of millions. Their interactions with the people of Washington were a testament to the enduring power of genuine connection, whether it was a waiter in a grand hotel, a guard at a gate, or the distinguished figures they encountered in the course of their daily rounds. The Clampetts left an indelible mark. They moved through the world with a transparency that defied the complexity of their surroundings. Their laughter, their simple joys, and their unwavering faith in the goodness of their fellow man acted as a mirror, reflecting the true character of those they met. It was during these days that the legend of the Princess Sitting Hawk emerged. A figure of mystery and resilience, she stood as a sentinel over the land, a reminder of the deep roots that bound the history of the region to the spirits of the past. To the Clampetts, her story was one of courage, a narrative that resonated with their own respect for the earth and the traditions that shaped them. They approached her not as conquerors, but as neighbors, seeking common ground in a world that often prioritized division. As the days turned into weeks, the Clampett saga grew to include the grand monuments of the nation. The Capitol with its towering dome, the Washington Monument reaching toward the stars, and the serene spaces dedicated to the memory of heroes past. Each location became a stage for their unique perspective. Jethro, ever the innovator, saw potential for progress in every corner, while Ellie Mae filled the spaces with the life of her cherished animals, creating a sanctuary of warmth in the heart of the bustling city. But beneath the surface of these grand encounters, the true strength of the Clampett family was their cohesion. They were a unit, bound by ties of affection that no amount of urban clamor could unravel. Granny, despite her grumbling, was the anchor, ensuring that the values of the hills remained intact. Jed, the guiding light, led with a quiet authority that commanded respect without ever seeking it. And Ellie Mae and Jethro, each in their own way, explored the boundaries of their potential, forever guided by the love of their kin. The resolution of their time in Washington was not marked by the acquisition of titles or the accumulation of power, but by a profound realization of what truly matters. They had sought to give, to change, and to help, and in the process, they had discovered that the most precious gift one can offer is the integrity of their own character. When the dust settled, and the grand schemes of others faded into the background, the Clampetts remained steadfast and true. They returned to their lives with the quiet satisfaction of a journey well traveled. They had walked through the fires of political intrigue and emerged unscathed, their spirits unburdened by the cynicism that often plagues those who navigate the halls of governance. They had been true to themselves, true to each other, and true to the promise they made when they first set foot in the land of their ancestors. The legacy of the Beverly Hillbillies in Washington is a reminder that the heart of America beats in the simple moments of life, the laughter shared at a dinner table, the comfort found in the embrace of a family, and the courage to remain honest in a world that thrives on pretense. It is a story of a family that, despite all odds, remained untarnished. A family that taught the nation that the best way to move forward is to stay rooted in the values that have always defined the spirit of the people. As the years pass and the stories are retold, the image of Jed Clampett had an order to keep $700,000 in cash around the house. He has got the hives from worrying about it. I am sorry about the hives, but I promised his money to Honest John to fight smog. I am thinking about jumping into the fight against smog, too, Granny. Well, Mr. Drysdale said that this money belongs back in the vault at his bank, and he is coming by to pick it up. I do not think I can let him have it. Promise is a promise. I am going to fight smog, Granny. Well, I told Mr. Drysdale that you might not let him have it, but he says he is coming by to pick it up. So that is betwixt you and him. Granny, I am going to fight smog. How? Well, I do not know, but Uncle Jed says it takes brains and money. Betwixt us, we are all set. You have got money, have you? No, I am supplying the brains. Sitting up here betwixt these sideburns is a real brute. The only brute you have sits here at the end of your gutter. I think we ought to encourage your boy, Granny. He does not know smog from applesauce. I do so. I listen to the reports all the time. Why, today we are having light eye irritation. But that does not worry me, because I have dark eyes. That is a great partner you have there, Jed. All right, guard. Go in there and get that money, and do not take no for an answer. You forced me to wear this uniform to save paying a guard, but it will not work. Mr. Clapper will recognize me. I thought of that, so just wear this disguise. Here we go. Looks great. Now get the money. But suppose Mr. Clapper will not let me take it? Well, you have got a gun. Use it. Oh, geez. Oh, I do not need to shoot him. Just fire a couple of shots over his head to show him we mean business. I will not. If you want that money, go and get it yourself. A fine guard you are. Why, you are a disgrace to that uniform. Mr. Drysdale, I thought I heard somebody. Oh, Mr. Clapper, this guard is here to pick up that $700,000. I do not think I can let him have it. Look, whatever you do, do not cross him. His arm, he is a mad dog killer. Is that a fact? Are you a mad dog killer, Miss Jean? Of course not. Miss Hathaway, what are you doing in that uniform? Oh God. If this is your idea of a practical joke, I, for one, do not appreciate it. Nor can I imagine Mr. Clampett is amused either. No. I do not see that she is punished, Mr. Clampett. And I think the proper punishment would be to make her carry out that heavy bag of money. Go get it. Now hold on. She is not toting out that money. Well, if you want to forgive her so easily, but keep an eye on her. Any woman who will dress up like that is watching. Hello, Jethro. Howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Hey, get up. I need this money. Uncle Jed does not want you to have it. So I am going to sit here until I think of a way to get rid of the smog. Jethro, that is a problem for a genius to solve. Thank you. I am working on it. Why do you not go out to the kitchen and eat something? Thought I would not eat until I figured out a way to whip the smog. Well, go get a stick and hit it. You are not being no help. Well, neither are you. Get up. Not until I think of an idea. Jethro, get off the money. Here is an armed guard. He will shoot you. Hey, mister. You look like your secretary, Miss Jane. I am, Miss Jane. What are you doing wearing that outfit? It was dark when she dressed this morning. Now get off the money. See, Mr. Clampett is not going to let you take this money. Okay, then you take it. Come on, get out. Forget it. We might just as well go back to the office. Hey, Miss Jane, before you go, just sit down and help me think of an idea on how to get rid of the smog. Jethro, dear boy, the finest minds in the country are working on that problem. Yeah, but I am not getting nowhere. Do not sit there wasting time with that idiot. Now hold on. Just because she is dressed funny does not make her an idiot. Get out from there, both of you. Mr. Drysdale, it is hard to think of brilliant ideas with folks yelling at you. Where does Granny keep her shotgun? I sure hope I can whip that smog problem before I starve to death. Jethro, I am afraid that problem will not be solved until someone invents a replacement for the internal combustion engine. I will do it. I am on it. Hey, what is an internal combustion engine? Well, that is the engine that powers the average automobile. The hope is to convert to steam or electricity. Hey, Mr. Drysdale, what should I put my giant brain to work on first? A steam car or an electric car? Why not a gas turbine? Oh, I am not going to mess with hats. Just cars. Mr. Drysdale, I done told you this money is staying here. Mr. Drysdale, get off of my money. It is my money. No, it ain't. It is mine. Well, it is my sack. All right, I will dump the money out and you can have the sack. Good. Just dump it in that truck out front. It is staying here. But it is not safe here. Why, until you showed up. What? No, it is going back into my vault. Oh, Chief. Do not stand there, Hathaway. Use your gun. That is an excellent idea. Stand back, Mr. Clampett. I should hate to hit you, you traitor. Mr. Drysdale, get a hold of yourself. I done promised this money to a fellow that is going to get rid of all the smog. Not Jethro. No. This fellow is going to drill a tunnel through the San Bernardino Mountains, put in a great big fan and draw all the smog out of Los Angeles. But that is a preposterous idea. Yeah, we like it too. Mr. Clampett, the problem of smog is too big to be handled locally. It has to be solved on a national level. Is that a fact? Only the president can get together the brain power and the vast amount of money necessary. Why, this $700,000 is not even a drop in the bucket. Well, how much does the president need? Oh, millions, billions. I will just take this chicken feed back to the bank. I will study on it, Mr. Drysdale. No, give up, Chief. No. Hold it, Hathaway. I am not through with you. What now? You are guilty of conduct unbecoming an employee of the Commerce Bank. Oh, big deal. For cowardice in the face of action. For failure to obey a direct order. For treachery and insubordination. You are hereby dishonorably discharged as a guard and reduced to the rank of secretary. Hallelujah. Do not expect a Christmas bonus this year. I have never had a Christmas bonus. Well, do not expect one this year either. Now get the truck. Boy, what have you done to that truck? Looks like the boob has set it on fire. Jethro, what did you do? I converted this rascal to steam. You are looking at the answer to air pollution by automobile. The Jethro Bodine steam car. I have perfected a clean engine. I am going back inside. I told you that for this clean engine joke. Uncle Jethro. Honest John is not going to be needing his money no more now that I whipped the smog problem. So I use it to mass produce my steam car. Hold on, boy. According to Mr. Drysdale, only the president himself can handle a smog problem. The president of the United States? That is right. He is the only one that can bring together the brains and the money. Well, here stands the whole kit and caboodle. I will hop on my steam car, drive to Washington, pull up in front of the White House, and give him the brains and the money. All in one package. Hold on, boy. What you have got there is just a drop in the bucket. And it is not likely enough money either. Talking about the money, Granny. Mr. Drysdale says the president is likely going to need millions, even billions. I was thinking of giving him all my money. Okay, I will stop by the bank and get the rest of it. Well, Pop, if Jethro goes to Washington, I want to go too. And they are not going without me. I was just coming to that. I think it would be a fine trip for the whole family. I best go leave a note for the milkman. Tell him we are going to Washington. And since you have failed to make your final payment promptly, we are forced to repossess your automobile. Sincerely, your friendly banker, Milburn Drysdale. Chief, you are telling your own brother you are repossessing his car? Well, that is a little cold, is it not? Postscript. Regards to Betty and the babies. Yes, who is it? It is me, Mr. Drysdale. I fetched you back your sack of chicken feed. Oh, bless you, bless you. Quite happy to get it, is he not? No chicken could be happier. Well, that is real Cayuga, Jed said. Oh, he is very Cayuga, Shifty agreed. Do you notice anything familiar looking about Jed? Should I? He is Tippecanoe and so show me too. Now that you mention it, he certainly is. It is being Sequoia and having a Ponderosa that does it. But he ain't no pot to what to me. A car is here, the guard said. Look at that big, fancy limousine, Jethro said. Yeah, we was not aiming to put on airs. But looks like the president would not have it any other way, Jed said. He is going to get Chafford in style. Yeah, Chattanooga, choo-choo. He talks it real good, don't he? Jethro said. Come on, everybody. You wanted to see me, Mr. Clampett? Shifty asked, assuming his role once more. Yes, sir, Mr. Honest John, Jed said. We had us a kind of a bad experience. Here, in my town, Washington, District of Columbia? Shifty asked. Yes, sir, Jed said. It happened right after I bought the White House from your Indian friend Sutton Hawk. Yes, the last of the District of Columbia Indians, Shifty said. Noble woman. Why ain't faulting her? Jed asked. It was when we took the deed over to give it to the president we run into the trouble. You tried to see the president without telling me? Shifty asked, feigning shock. Oh, we did not want to bother you, Jed said. We thought we would just drop in, hand him to Waukegan. What? Are you forgetting? Waukegan is Indian for deed, Shifty said. Yes, of course, Jed said. You gave it the pale-faced pronunciation. Confused me for a moment. But anyway, it was at the gate to the White House where things went wrong. I will say they did, Shifty said. Oh, I am terribly sorry, especially for your sake, Ellie Mae. No, I am Granny, Granny corrected him. I did it again, Shifty said. It is very confusing. You both look so young and radiant. Well, I do not feel young and radiant, Granny grumbled. When we tried to see the president, they took us to the Calabas. No, well, come to think of it, it was not exactly a Calabas. It was more like a hospital. Well, anyway, it was something called a psycho ward. Do you know what that is? Jed asked. Never heard of it, Shifty said. That, my friends, is a place reserved for very important visitors like yourselves. Now that I recollect, they did think that we come from a foreign country, Jed said. Yeah, a place called Paranoy. There was another country mentioned, too. That is right. They said from the way we looked and acted, we was either paranoics or schizophrenics. Yeah, a natural mistake, Shifty said. There are many of them here in Washington. Well, you would think that after Jed laid out $1 million to buy the White House for him, the president would see us, Granny said. I will go to the White House right now and speak to the chief, Shifty said. Well, you tell him and his missus that we would like to be invited for victuals, Jed said. You will be, Shifty promised. Victuals and the gold room. Tell the president's missus not to go to no trouble, Jed added. I will do that, Shifty said. I am sure the First Lady will be very relieved. First Lady? Jed asked. That is how we refer to the president's wife. Did you hear that, Granny? They call her the First Lady. Yeah. I bet the other president's wives would not appreciate a crack like that. Hello? Hello? Hello, where are you? Shifty said into the phone. I am trying to scrape off this Indian paint so we can blow top. Blow top. Honey, I have got the Clampetts convinced that you own the entire District of Columbia. So, I have only sold them one little parcel. The White House. Now, Shifty, what is wrong with getting another $1 million for the Capitol building and the Washington Monument? Independence Hall. That is in Philadelphia. I will let it go for half price. I will get the paint back on your sitting horse and their sitting ducks. Shifty, be sensible. You have got $1 million to fight smog. You have got another $1 million for the White House. Let us take the $2 million and fly to Guatemala. Guatemala? What is in Guatemala? When we get there, us and the $2 million. I get it. All right then. Let us split the money. That is the deal. The next $2 million is yours. Honey, have a little faith in me and we will be in Clover. We will be in Leavenworth. Sweetie, you are arguing with a man who is a proven success. I am worth $2 million. You have not got a penny. Go put on the paint. Whoa, where is Ellie Mae? Jed asked. I need her to help with the housework. Annie, there is a maid that does all that, Granny said. You cannot expect one poor girl to do it all, Jim. There is 1,000 rooms in this hotel, Jed noted. Wow, Granny, that is Thomas' surprise, Ellie Mae said, running in. Well, that is mighty nice of you, Ellie, Jed said. What is it, Ellie? Take a look. Ain't they cute? Of course it is cute, Ellie, but if there is one thing we do not need right now, it is more critters, Jed said. Your pa is right, Ellie, Granny added. Take them back. But, Granny, I already named them, Ellie Mae said, pouting. Does not matter, Granny said. Take them back. They is all named after presidents, Ellie Mae said. This one here is George Washington. This one here is Abraham Lincoln. And this one is Theodore Roosevelt. Take them back, Ellie, Granny insisted. This one is Jefferson Davis. He can stay, Granny relented. We got so many critters now, Mr. Drysdale has to look after them first, Jed said. One poor little Confederate kitten ain't no bother. Besides, Miss Jane is there to help. In the end, as the sun set over the grand monuments of Washington, the Clampetts stood together, a family of quiet dignity amidst the chaos of a city that never quite understood them. They had come with hearts full of hope and a fortune they were ready to share. And though the road had been winding and the folk they met were often more complicated than the mountains ever were, their spirit remained unbroken. They looked toward the horizon, ready for whatever tomorrow might bring, knowing that as long as they had each other, they would always be home, no matter where they were. The city lights began to twinkle like distant stars, and for a moment, the smog seemed to lift, revealing the true potential of the world they were trying to save, one small, kind deed at a time. The path ahead was long, but they were ready to walk it, together. The Beverly Hillbillies. It is a crisp morning, and the air feels charged with the quiet industry of a household bustling about. Jed Clampett stands in the center of the grand room, his eyes scanning the space with the ease of a man who has lived many years in harmony with the world. Well, helping your granny with the house cleaning, huh? Jed speaks with a gentle, rolling cadence, his voice carrying the warmth of the Ozark Mountains. Oh yes, sir, pal. Elmer needs to be kept busy. Elmer, the little raccoon, scurries about inside the antique cabinet, his sharp eyes darting here and there as if he were auditing the very fine china. Dustin, how is it going, Elmer? Jed asks, tilting his head. Well, a handy little critter, ain't he? Sure is. That raccoon fur is better than feathers for picking up lint. Jed seems right proud to be happy, too. Elmer is a dandy little dust gatherer, truly. Well, let us take our dusters outside and shake them. Yes, okay. And then you can take yours upstairs and hand them to the dresser drawers in the closet. Uncle Jed, old Honest John, ain't never come back to pick up his $700,000. He is that way, always humble, always understated. Can I have it as an advance against my allowance? 50 cents a week. That will take a while to pay back, Jethro. I am young, Uncle Jed. You ain't that young, and besides, Honest John needs that money to help fight the smog. You know, I would like to throw my brain into the fight against smog. It is a dandy cause, indeed. They say what it will take to whip it is brains and money. Well, if it fixed us, we have got it made, have we not? I reckon we have got a leg up on us. Elmer and me will get busy upstairs. Fine, Ellie. Oh, Jed, that reminds me. Mr. Drysdale called and said he was coming by to pick up this money. How come? Well, he said folks